101.7 KSAM. You're listening to 101.7 KSAM, home of the Huntsville Hornets. This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Hear every punt, pass, and kick of hard-hitting Hornet football on the air at 101.7. Online at KSAM1017.com or with the free KSAM app. You can also watch the game live at KSAM1017.com. Now let's join the broadcast team. Color commentator Brian Adams and the voice of the Huntsville Hornets, Rob Hipp, for the Cabins and More of Texas Hornet Countdown to Kickoff.
Well, a pleasant good evening, friends, and welcome to another edition of Huntsville Hornet Football here on KSAM and the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. I'm Rob Hipp. We are live in Shenandoah, Texas, back at Wood Forest Bank Stadium. It is the regional round of the playoffs as the Huntsville Hornets, the designated away team, facing a very tough Crosby Cougar team. I'm Rob Hipp again alongside the former Sam Houston State quarterback and the former Huntsville Hornet, Mr. Brian Adams. Brian, good to be back. And, hey, hope you had a great Christmas, man.
Hey, I did, Rob. Hope yours was good, too. And everybody else had a great Christmas. What a perfect day for some championship football here this afternoon. I mean, there is not a cloud in the sky, and the weather is just beautiful. It looks like the game time temperatures, Rob, are going to be about 67 degrees, wind blowing to the north, about 3 to 5 miles an hour. Just beautiful conditions. Can't wait to get this game started.
Well, you know, and not even a cloud in the sky. And, Brian, the advantage for Huntsville, I believe, and if you'll look, the Huntsville faithful have poured out here in droves today. Yeah. Packed to what can be considered packed with COVID restrictions, but it is packed here today. And, Brian, I want to tell you, we come through two games. Huntsville taking care of business in the first round in that by-district round, 27-0 versus Nacogdoches, and the area round last week versus Barbers Hill just put a spanking on 49-19. And really those 19 points, you can kind of look at that and say, hey, that was just kind of after time because Coach Southern had put in a lot of his second and third string players. Yeah,
no question about it. Towards the end of that ball game, which is a good thing, when you have that kind of a lead on an opponent, put the backups in, let them get some experience because you never know. They're always one play away from not being a backup and into the starter's role. The Hornets have done a great job all year long playing Hornet football. You know, they did it again last week against Barbers Hill. Just had a great offense in that defense. Man, again, arguably the best in the state of Texas at all levels. Played like they've been playing all year, made it super tough on Barbers Hill. If they do that today, Rob, it's going to be a very tough time for the Crosby Cougars.
Well, this Crosby team 9-3 in 12-5A, 6-1 in 12-5A. They finished second. Their only loss in that district was to Nederland, and if you'll go all the way back to the beginning of the season, Nederland was the team that Huntsville was supposed to meet up with in week one, but that never happened due to COVID and all of those things. And here we are today. You talk about a Crosby team, their first game in their by-district round, a 66-0 stamping versus Fort Bend Willow Ridge. And then last week versus a very tough Texas High team, it was a 62-42 victory. So that's how both of these teams got here. Again, Crosby goes through Fort Bend, they go through Texas High, and your Huntsville Hornets go through Nacogdoches and Barbers Hill. We're set for a good one, Brian.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, you get to the third round of the playoffs, everybody playing is a good football team. The Hornets are going to have to play sound football today. They're going to have to score points. That is a must. The Crosby Cougars, they will score points as well. This is a high-scoring football team. Of course, they've never played against a defense like they're fixing to play today against the Hornets. The Hornets are going to have to play a clean football game, Rob. Last week, they did a good job of that against Barbers Hill. They cleaned up the penalties, cleaned up some of those mental mistakes and things like that. Another thing they're going to have to do is they're going to have to keep that quarterback from Crosby contained. Anytime anybody has had success against this Hornet defense is when they have lost containment of the quarterback and they're able to scramble around and pick up yards, find an open receiver. If they can do those things, it ought to be a great afternoon for the Huntsville Hornets.
Well, again, it's an audio-only broadcast here on KSAM. We've also got it through our social media streams. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams. We are here in the Copeland Family Dentistry Hornets broadcast booth as we continue the Cabins and More of Texas countdown to kickoff. We'll step aside and take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from head coach Rodney Southern on Southern Talk. Stay with us. This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Cabins and More of Texas offers a wide selection of portable cabins, sheds, horse barns, carports, and much more. So whether you are looking for more storage space or want to create a new space, we have a solution for you. With flexible payment options, including pay up front, rent to own, and traditional financing, everyone can afford their dream structure at Cabins and More of Texas. No credit, no problem. Drop by and see our buildings on Highway 19 in Riverside. For more information, visit camotx.com. Cabins and More of Texas is a proud supporter of Huntsville Hornets football.
First Financial Bank knows how important a person's vehicle can be.
My SUV is perfect for taking clients to properties and me to the golf course.
My pickup hauls work supplies all week and the family on weekends.
My hybrid helps the environment and my fuel bill.
If you're ready for a new vehicle, talk to First Financial. We offer loans at competitive rates with fast local approval.
My 4x4 works hard, but plays even harder.
First Financial Bank. You first. Member FDIC.
It's time for Southern Talk with Hornet head coach Rodney Southern, brought to you by Charlie's Used Cars. An in-depth discussion about this week's Hornet opponent. Now here's the coach with Rob Hitt.
Coach, the defense not allowing Barbers Hill to score until that fourth quarter. Did you expect Barbers Hill to put more points on the board or not? I mean, this was a team that entering, kind of the scouting reports is they got a pretty solid offense, but once again, they haven't faced a defense like the Hornets all season.
Well, I thought once we could see kind of what they were going to do in terms of how they were going to try to protect, because I just don't know that there's anybody that's going to be able to line up consistently and run the ball inside on us. So you take away a facet of the game that's a little bit more difficult because now you got to be what we say, you got to be a C-gap, D-gap team, and that eliminates a lot of your offense a lot of times. And they couldn't run the ball inside, so now you've got a little different scenario. And obviously in long yardage situations, we feel really good about our pass rush, and we didn't have to blitz them as much as we thought we might have to. And but again, you expect at this level, obviously you're going to always expect people to give you your best shot, and we still feel pretty good about how well we play defensively too.
Coach, the confidence week in and week out seems like it's improving. From a coaching standpoint, how would you kind of look at that confidence, and do you kind of feel the same that it continues to improve?
Well, I think success and winning naturally builds confidence. It builds confidence when a coach tells you, hey, do this, and this is what's going to happen, and you do that, and it happens. And I think also when you play well, your teammates naturally understand that if so-and-so plays well, it makes me a better football player. And that's a lot of the things that we try to preach. I told them pregame before the game, I said, stay in the moment. Don't get caught up, and it's something we'll talk about a lot tomorrow. Don't get caught up in all the other stuff. Stay in the moment, stay in what's happening in the game. And I think we've done a good job with that. And I think all those things combined obviously makes you a more confident football player, and it also makes you play faster necessarily than maybe what you run, but you play football faster, and I think we've gotten better in that area too, and that that just makes everybody better when that happens.
Hey, Coach, we talked about a little bit before you came on the set about the lack of penalties and everything like that, which was a good sign. And one of the things you talked about last week is it's kind of a fine line because you want these guys to be aggressive, and they are. And, that has been fun to watch. But you also got to watch the penalties that kind of come with that. Talk about that from last week, if you would.
Well, I think and now being here 7 years and learning about the Houston chapter of officials, which is who we've used the last 2 weeks. It's who we're going to use Saturday. Penalties sometimes are a direct correlation to the crew that you use. That crew the other night, I know they don't call holding. There's been one holding penalty. We've had them 3 times in the last 2 years, and they've called one holding penalty. So you're going to limit some penalties that way. But again, we always try to work on the fine line of being aggressive and getting after people, but then understanding where that line stops. But anytime you can eliminate penalties, a good thing we didn't have a whole lot of false starts, and those penalties that you just know that they start you at 1st and 15 or 2nd and 15. This crew that calls the game Saturday, they're a little bit more natural flag happy, I think, so you may see a few more Saturday. But again, we're going to try to eliminate as many as possible. But you still, when you play as solid as we're playing right now, you're going to have some mistakes. You just hope you don't get caught.
Have you been thinking about replacing your current vehicle with a quality pre-owned like new vehicle? Charlie's Used Cars has a large selection of quality like new vehicles in stock and ready to go. No need wasting time driving around shopping. Just look up charliesusedcars.com or go by and see them at 230 I-45 South in Huntsville. Charlie's Used Cars has been serving the area for 47 years and look forward to many more. Also remember, if your current vehicle needs service or repairs, they can do that too. Charlie's Used Cars and Charlie's Service Center at 230 I-45 South in Huntsville. That's Charlie's Used Cars.
Well, we're back here talking with head coach Rodney Southern, facing the Crosby Cougars in the regional playoff on Saturday. Of course, Christmas on Friday. The Hornets met Crosby in that area round last year. It was a 54-44 victory. Crosby finishing their district 9-3 overall, 6-1 in District 12-5A, D2 Region 3. That was good enough for second place. They defeated Texas High 62-42 this past Friday. Their only district loss was that 29-24 loss at home versus Nederland. Coach, kind of the same questions I ask every week. The mindset right now heading into this matchup on Saturday.
Well, I think the biggest thing is, we kind of understand where we are. We've been, several of these kids have been in this situation now, some of them 3 years. We know this is the round where you kind of separate the men from the boys. You can sometimes get into the second round just by the right draw or the right situation. The teams now are all good, and they're all there for a different reason. Whether it's like Crosby's really, really good offensively. They've got most of the skill guys. If you probably did an exact number, there's probably 8 to 10 guys back offensively and defensively that were skill guys. They've got 2 guys playing quarterback, number 1 and number 2, and you really don't know which one's going to be the quarterback, which one's going to be the running back, because they're both playing it. So they present a different set of problems, but at the same time, we feel pretty good defensively, but they make some big plays. They've made big plays on everybody they've played, and the higher the scoring game, I think the more they like it.
Coach, what are the Hornets going to have to do to establish themselves early in this game coming up on Saturday?
Well, probably the biggest thing, we were fortunate the other night, that was game 11, and we had lost 10 tosses in a row to that point, the coin toss. We actually won the toss and deferred, which is what we want to do. We want to try to be able to have the ball to start the second half. We've started fast the last couple weeks. And everybody talks about that. I think that's a coaching cliche. It's more about execution than it is starting fast, because if you execute, you ought to score. But we got to execute offensively. We can't turn the ball over, and we hadn't turned it over, knock on wood, in 3 games. So those are the 2 key things on that side. And then obviously defensively, you got to get these guys on the ground. They're going to make some yardage. They're going to make some plays because they're very, very talented. But you can't give up the big play. And we gave up the big play last year in the second half against them. We were up 21-22 at one point in that game last year, and it got within 10, and it got closer than that. So making plays and tackling in space is going to be huge defensively. And they've got a kicker that's probably, other than ours, I think he's one of the best ones around. He's got a super strong leg. We probably will not get to return a kickoff because he's probably going to kick it out of the end zone every time. He actually kicked one against last week against Texas High that went through the uprights. He's a super strong-legged kid, so it creates a little different problem because now you're starting most of your drives on the 25-yard line instead of the 30 or 40 or whatever the situation. So those are key things, but again, starting fast is good if it's executed right. And then obviously playing as solid a defense as you can and trying to figure out, okay, is the quarterback or is he the running back? And they've done a good job mixing all that up. And early in the year, even number 10 played a little quarterback, and you really didn't know why or what the situation was. So, but number 1, number 2 make their offense go. So we got to take care of those 2 guys.
Have you been thinking about replacing your current vehicle with a quality pre-owned like new vehicle? Charlie's Used Cars has a large selection of quality like new vehicles in stock and ready to go. No need wasting time driving around shopping. Just look up charliesusedcars.com or go by and see them at 230 I-45 South in Huntsville. Charlie's Used Cars has been serving the area for 47 years and look forward to many more. Also remember, if your current vehicle needs service or repairs, they can do that too. Charlie's Used Cars and Charlie's Service Center at 230 I-45 South in Huntsville. That's Charlie's Used Cars.
First Financial Bank knows how important a person's vehicle can be.
My SUV is perfect for taking clients to properties and me to the golf course.
My pickup hauls work supplies all week and the family on weekends.
My hybrid helps the environment and my fuel bill.
If you're ready for a new vehicle, talk to First Financial. We offer loans at competitive rates with fast local approval.
My 4x4 works hard, but plays even harder.
First Financial Bank. You first. Member FDIC.
Welcome back, friends. We are live here in the regional semis. Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams. It's Huntsville Hornet playoff football. We are about 8 seconds to go until kickoff here in Shenandoah, in between the Woodlands and Conroe, Texas. Set for a good one here today. Brian, we're down to the final 16 teams. After today, it'll go to the regional finals, then the state semi, and then that coveted state championship game. Going to be a fun one here today, though, but we're facing a very tough Crosby team.
Hey, no doubt about it, man. Again, you don't get to this round unless you're a good football team. And you got two really good football teams that are fixing to kick off here shortly. But you're right, Rob. You think about it. How many schools in the state of Texas started out playing football this year? I mean, I don't know the exact number, but it's over 1,000. And you're down to where we are today. Think about that for a minute. Those teams that are left, excellent football teams. Anything can happen on any given day. As we said earlier, if the Hornets play clean football, it ought to be a great day for the Hornets.
The winner of this matchup today, again, Huntsville versus Crosby, the winner of this matchup will go on to the regional final to face the winner of Nederland versus Fort Bend Marshall. Fort Bend Marshall right now, that game, second quarter, 4:11 remaining, Fort Bend leading 13-0. So we'll definitely keep our eye on that one. But, Brian, got to get through this one today. It's a Crosby team that only lost one game in their district this season. That was a tough district they came out of over in 12-5A. They finished second place. When you only lose one and finish in second place, you know it's a tough district.
Oh, well, yeah, no doubt about it. And these guys will score a lot of points. But the thing about this team is, again, I always refer back to it, is they've never played a defense like they're fixing to play today. The one thing the Hornet defense has to do, which they did really well last week against Barbers Hill, they have to contain the quarterback. That is the only way anybody's had any success really at all moving the ball against this Hornet defense is break containment, find an open receiver downfield, and or tucking the ball and running and picking up good yards. That is the only thing I've seen all year long that has been successful against this Hornet defense. And if Hornets can fix that problem, man, it ought to be a great day for the green and white.
We are 6 minutes until kickoff. We'll step aside and take a break. When we'll come back, we'll have the starting lineups and kickoff. Stay with us, friends. This is Hornet Playoff Football on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Cabins and More of Texas offers a wide selection of portable cabins, sheds, horse barns, carports, and much more. So whether you are looking for more storage space or want to create a new space, we have a solution for you. With flexible payment options, including pay up front, rent to own, and traditional financing, everyone can afford their dream structure at Cabins and More of Texas. No credit, no problem. Drop by and see our buildings on Highway 19 in Riverside. For more information, visit camotx.com. Cabins and More of Texas is a proud supporter of Huntsville Hornets football.
First Financial Bank knows how important a person's vehicle can be.
My SUV is perfect for taking clients to properties and me to the golf course.
My pickup hauls work supplies all week and the family on weekends.
My hybrid helps the environment and my fuel bill.
If you're ready for a new vehicle, talk to First Financial. We offer loans at competitive rates with fast local approval.
My 4x4 works hard, but plays even harder.
First Financial Bank. You first. Member FDIC.
You're listening to the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. KSAM Huntsville is 101.7 KSAM.
We're back live at Woodforest Bank Stadium in Shenandoah, Texas. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams. We'll quickly go over the starting lineups this afternoon. For the Crosby Cougars. We don't have numbers on the depth chart. We've got them on the roster, but we'll just go over them here real quick. Starting with the offense at wide receiver, it is Cameron Kirkwood. At wide receiver, Emonte Wilson. The left tackle, Demetrius Strahan. At guard, Macaulay Stewart. At center, Braden Wright. The right guard, Tyler Thomas. At right tackle, it is Christian Sagasui. At wide receiver, Irvin Page. And at wide receiver, Jalen Herman. On the defensive side, cornerback Jonathan Fulshear. Offensive linebacker, Sir Hill. The defensive end, Wade Lewis. The nose, Jeremiah Isaac. Defensive end, McCoy Casey. Linebacker, Kobe Renendow. Inside linebacker, Trevin King. At outside linebacker, Jamari Johnson. Cornerback, Randolph Hubbard. And the two safeties, Michael Ray and Desmond Tisdom. As you'll hear in the background, the crowd noise, the Crosby Cougars making their way onto the field. We'll go over their colors and all that after the next break. For the Huntsville Hornets, starting things on the offensive side, at wide receiver, number 1, Cam Cole. At wide receiver, listed as a starter, number 2, Justin Butcher. At wide receiver, number 4, Jordan Woodbury. The junior quarterback, number 8, A.J. Wilson. The tight end, number 11, Jamarcus Howard. And then that big offensive line who has done such a great job this season protecting the running backs and wide receivers. There's 5 of them up front. Number 62, Jose Cruz. Number 66, Chris Smith. Number 74, Trey Garrett. Number 75, Ethan Casas. And number 77, Lane Taylor. On the defensive side, that top-rated defense in 5A for the Huntsville Hornets. That's our opinion, Brian, by the way. Top-rated defense in 5A, but I'll put it right up there with them.
Hey, me too.
At safety, number 5, Jadarian Tank White. At linebacker, number 10, Calvin Simmons. At cornerback, number 16, Ethan Miner. The linebacker, number 18, Cody McLaren. At cornerback, number 21, Jarrett Ortega. At safety, number 25, Waylon Zapoli. Linebacker, number 27, Jaden Ross. Defensive linemen, 4 of them up front, do a great job of that defense, led by number 42, Seth Carroll. Number 40, Quatarian Q. Riles. Number 55, Brian Bobino. And number 99, Ed Bobino. Those are your starting lineups. We'll step aside and take a break. When we come back, the kickoff on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
First Financial Bank knows how important a person's vehicle can be.
My SUV is perfect for taking clients to properties and me to the golf course.
My pickup hauls work supplies all week and the family on weekends.
My hybrid helps the environment and my fuel bill.
If you're ready for a new vehicle, talk to First Financial. We offer loans at competitive rates with fast local approval.
My 4x4 works hard, but plays even harder.
First Financial Bank. You first. Member FDIC.
Cabins and More of Texas offers a wide selection of portable cabins, sheds, horse barns, carports, and much more. So whether you are looking for more storage space or want to create a new space, we have a solution for you. With flexible payment options, including pay up front, rent to own, and traditional financing, everyone can afford their dream structure at Cabins and More of Texas. No credit, no problem. Drop by and see our buildings on Highway 19 in Riverside. For more information, visit camotx.com. Cabins and More of Texas is a proud supporter of Huntsville Hornets football.
Nathan. It's a beautiful playing of our country's national anthem by the Crosby Band. Huntsville today in their white jerseys. Brian, looks like they're wearing the black pants. Those metallic Huntsville Hornet green helmets. I love those helmets as they glisten in the sunlight with the green H outlined in white. The numbers in Huntsville Hornet Stingham green outlined in black. And for Crosby, the Cougars, they are in red jerseys, red pants, numbers in white. The helmets in white with a red glistening stripe across. The numbers written on the left and right side. That is Crosby's colors and Huntsville's. As both captains now making their way to center field for the Crosby Cougars. It is McCoy Casey, the junior defensive lineman. And then how about that, Brian, for Huntsville? It is number 62, Jose Cruz. We've had him on the Coaches Show a couple of times this year already.
Yeah, no doubt. Well deserved for Jose Cruz to be the captain out there to call this coin toss.
Congratulations to the regional. Good to you guys today.
We'll leave it down here with the official for a moment, Brian, as we've got that audio today.
Crosby has won the toss and has elected to receive. Good luck today, guys.
Hey, you know what, Brian? That's all right, because last week, Huntsville, they kicked it off. They got the ball back to start the second, and it didn't phase them. I like to receive it like you do, but Crosby got it. They're going to get the ball to start things.
Yeah, well, I do. I'm like you, Rob. I like to receive the football first, put points on the board first, put pressure on your opponent. However, the Crosby Cougars are fixing to get a nasty dose of this Hornet defense right off the bat. It ought to be exciting, folks. This is such a beautiful setting for a high school playoff football game. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous outside. It is electric. The place is packed. What a time for a football game.
67 degrees on a beautiful day after Christmas here for Texas High School Regional Semi-Football. Again, thanks for joining us on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams as we're bringing you this call today from the Copeland Family Dentistry broadcast booth. And as always, all season long, this coverage would not be possible without our good friends at First Financial Bank. Huntsville will kick this one off, Brian, starting from right to left. Looks like that kick is going to go with the wind. So that is one thing, though, as Crosby will run this drive in the first half against the wind. Christian Avilar set to kick off. Right to left, right toe to leather, and regionals underway. It's a line drive kick fielded at the 6-yard line. Moving from left to right across the 20, now the 25, in between two defenders, and finally upended at the 35-yard line. It was a good return there by the senior wide receiver, Amonte Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson had a great return there. I mean, the kickoff coverage team for Hornets looked like they were a little slow getting downfield. Of course, it was a line drive kick. But here we go, Rob. They're going to start the drive out on their own 36-yard line. Folks, we are set for a great afternoon of playoff football.
So Crosby, again, will start on their own 36. They'll move from left to right. Huntsville showing 4 up front in that 4-3 Stingham defense that's been so powerful this season. Stepping back. Pass over. Right side. That one is caught at the ankles. A good reception there by Jalen Herman. And he is close. He may already have a first down, Brian.
Well, they're moving the chains, so, yeah, that was a great catch. I mean, he picked it up off the turf, and the Crosby Cougars are off and running here after their first play.
The quarterback is Danikas Dunn, the senior. He plays quarterback, running back, defensive back. Dunn will step back. Good protection here. Starting to break down, though. Dunn able to bounce his way through. Over center. Has the reception at the 45 and down at the 40-yard line. So Dunn able to avoid that defense that has been there all season with the pressure in his face and delivers an absolute strike on the Hornet 41 for the first down.
Oh, man, that was a great play there by Dunn. He threw that ball across his body after kind of breaking containment there. Big play there for Crosby.
2 receptions already in Hornet territory. Pass in the flat over to the left side. It's to Reggie Branch, and Branch spinning his way across the 40 up to the 38-yard line. Looks like they'll have him down at the 37.
Number 18, Cody McLaren, in on that stop right there. It's going to bring up second down for the Cougars, and they are inside Hornet territory early in the ballgame.
Second down and 6 for Crosby. Dunn will hand off to a man in motion, sweeping over to the right side, losing his footing, and he's dropped back at the 45. Nowhere to go on the play for Amonte Wilson.
Wow, what a good defensive play there by the Hornets, dropping the Crosby Cougars back for a huge loss. Big play there by that Hornet defense.
Boy, the ball goes all the way back to the Huntsville 45. And what was second and a manageable 6, a loss of 8 makes it 3rd and 14. 10:20 to go, no score. Dunn in the gun, a back to his right, throws over to the right. He has his receiver, it's Herman. And Herman stuttering his way across the 40. Well short of the first down, though. He got out of bounds around the 37.
Well, there you go. They're going to be pulling out all stops in this ball game, both teams. This is such an important game. That was a pitch after the catch to try to pick up more yards, but the Hornet defense was all over him.
It's 4th down and 5 for Crosby on the Hornet 36. No score, just underway. here in the Hornet Quarterback Club first quarter. Dunn standing in the gun on his 41, and a flinch here on the right side. That one may go against the Cougars, and it is. So, Brian, boy, they're hurting themselves here early as they go back another 5. So the defense starting to show that pressure. Took them a few plays, but they're starting to show it here.
Well, Crosby started off hot. They were completing passes left and right, and then it got down deep into Hornet territory, got thrown for a big loss, and that penalty right there is forcing Crosby to punt the ball away. Hornets will get the ball on offense coming up shortly.
Yeah, Dunn looks like he's going to step up here for a pooch punt. He'll stand on his own 45. The pooch punt is underway. Good punt here. It will take a drop, though, and angle its way back, and finally drops at the 16-yard line. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Hornets defense stopping them on the first possession. This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
The Huntsville Hornet Quarterback Club thanks the Huntsville community for your support of Hornet football. Are you interested in knowing more about the Hornet football program? Would you like to be involved? Meetings and membership are open to the public. Please like the page on Facebook. Search for Huntsville Hornet Football or go to facebook.com/Huntsville ISD Hornet Football. You can watch Hornet football live all season long at KSAM1017.com. Join the Huntsville Hornet Quarterback Club today. Sting 'em Hornets.
All right, back in action here, friends. Hornets have it for the first time this afternoon, and they will start this from their own 19-yard line. Actually, Brian, they started it from their own 16, a pickup of 3. As you know, it's hard to take a break because they move so fast.
I mean, this is the epitome of a hurry-up offense, let me tell you.
Huntsville has it. Handoff Wilson over to the right side. No, Wilson keeps it on the keeper across the 20. He fumbled it, Brian, and Crosby has it. Unfortunate as Wilson dropped it at the 20-yard line, and Crosby's going to have it right back.
Well, A.J. Wilson took a quarterback draw up the middle and took a shot, and they jarred that ball loose. Man, that is a big break for the Crosby Cougars. They got the ball on the Hornet 21-yard line going in.
Brian, I believe it had been 3 games that the Huntsville Hornets didn't turn it over. Coach talked about that. They've won the turnover battle all season. That's so critical to any football game, of course, and turned it over here. And now Crosby will have it in excellent field position, 1 yard shy of the red zone on the 21-yard line. As Dunn will stand in the shotgun, one back to either side. Looking to pass here, throws it in the flat over the right side of Monte Wilson. Wilson gunning his way across the 15, and he's finally leveled at the 10-yard line. An ankle tackle there on the play by Jaden Ross, but that is enough for a first down.
Well, the Crosby Cougars are playing pretty good here on offense early in this ball game. They are in the red zone here, putting pressure on the Hornet defense.
Dunn standing in the shotgun on the 15. 2 receivers to the left, 1 down to the right. He'll take the high snap. Dunn going to keep it here. Across the 10, angling his way, and finally pushed out of bounds at the 6-yard line on the right side.
Well, Dunn is a multi-talented player. He can play wide receiver, he can play quarterback. He has obviously got some serious speed, and he got around the edge, turned it upfield, and so far it's been all Crosby Cougars early in this ball game.
9 minutes as we are 3 minutes gone, no score. Second possession here for Crosby. They've got the ball on the Hornet 7-yard line. Dunn in the gun, trips to the left. A slow handoff here to his back, trying to dart through several defenders. You're not going to do that against the Huntsville Hornets, and he's upended. Well, he stood straight up, Brian. He didn't go down, but nowhere to go there for Reggie Branch.
No, Branch has got back to the original line of scrimmage, it looks like. And this is where the Hornet defense is so tough. I mean, this goal line defense the Hornets play, man, they are tough to score against. But again, we're talking the Crosby Cougars are here for a reason. They are a good football team.
Dunn in the gun, 3rd down and goal from the 6. Pass over right side, wide open, and leaping forward to the touchdown for Reggie Branch. Touchdown, Crosby.
Well, Crosby's on the board first, and that was because of a turnover. That's what you talk about, Rob. You've got to win the turnover battle. It is critical at every level you play in the game of football to win that. If you do not, makes for a long afternoon.
So with 8:25 to go here in the Hornet Quarterback Club first quarter, the Crosby Cougars will score first. And, boy, their kicker is going to send those to Mars all day today, as that extra point was easy. 7-0 your score. Crosby up front. 8:25 to go in the first. We'll step aside for 30. This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
The Huntsville Hornet Quarterback Club thanks the Huntsville community for your support of Hornet football. Are you interested in knowing more about the Hornet football program? Would you like to be involved? Meetings and membership are open to the public. Please like the page on Facebook. Search for Huntsville Hornet Football or go to facebook.com/Huntsville ISD Hornet Football. You can watch Hornet football live all season long at KSAM1017.com. Join the Huntsville Hornet Quarterback Club today. Sting 'em Hornets.
Well, a fumble moments ago by Huntsville quarterback A.J. Wilson gave the ball back to Crosby for the second time this afternoon in excellent field position on the Hornet 21-yard line. That quick drive was capped off by a 6-yard touchdown pass to Reggie Branch, and Crosby taking an early lead here in the regional semis, 7-0. Huntsville will get it back here, and they'll have it for the second time. Brian, got to hold on to the ball. I know we've harped on that early, but Coach will harp on it as well. You got to hold on to it. This is a short kick, and an illegal procedure will send it out of bounds. Coach talked about something, Brian. He said that this kicker booms them out of the end zone. He said there may not be an opportunity for a return. Well, what he's doing is he's kicking into the wind. Talking about Trevor Hellberg, he's a good kicker, but kicking into the wind, that wind blowing right in his face, that one went out of bounds around the 30.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, the wind is blowing probably 5 to 10 miles an hour in the kicker's face. So, yeah, the Hornets would get a good return. So there's going to be some different, different philosophies on how to kick off in this ball game. But, Rob, this is critical for the Hornets. They've got to establish themselves on this drive coming up right here.
Hornets will start from their own 33 the second time they have the ball this afternoon. 8:25 to go here in the Hornet Quarterback Club first quarter. The Huntsville Hornets trailing 7-0. As Wilson in this high-powered offense will make their way on. Brian, you look at Crosby. These are some big young men out here on the defensive side. Wilson standing in the gun on his own 28. Claps once. Fakes the handoff. Pass over left side. It's up. It's caught and dropped. And able to pick it back up. Oh, man. Jordan Woodbury put it on the ground. Brian, luckily, he picked it right back up after a gain of about 4 on the play.
Great catch there by Jordan Woodbury. And, man, he almost broke it free. As soon as he made that spin move, man, he lost control of the football. Fortunately for the Hornets, it bounced right back up into his hands. Or, man, that could have been a real disaster.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down and 6 for the Hornets. They've got the ball on their own 37-yard line. On the left hash mark, Wilson in the gun. He'll send Matt Long in motion. Pass over, way too high. It's incomplete to Jordan Woodbury at the 45. A little bit of pressure in Wilson's face that time.
Yeah, he had some pressure coming from his blind side. He had Woodbury running a post route. He was open. A.J. Wilson had just another half second. Man, he'd been able to hit him in stride, and, boy, this game may have been tied up.
Critical 3rd down for Huntsville. 3rd down and 6 here for the Hornets.
Crucial down right here.
With 7:47 remaining here in the first quarter. Wilson in the gun, stepping back, rolling to the right side. Wilson looking. Defender in his face, thrown, and Brian, that may have been intercepted. Nope, it was deflected, incomplete.
Wow.
Whew. Boy, the Crosby coaches were wanting it, but it got deflected, thankfully, because that would have been great field position again for Crosby. And on 4th down, the Hornets will have to punt this one away.
Well, the Hornets are going to have to figure out somehow to move the chains and certainly hang on to that football. I mean, that's both drives. One, A.J. Wilson coughed it up. Jordan Woodbury dropped it. Fortunately, it bounced back to him. Hornets need to kind of relax, move the chains, and kind of gather themselves.
Not even a minute off the clock on that drive, Brian, from the previous score. Christian Avalar set to punt this one away from around his own 24. High snap. Gets it away. Nice spiraling punt. Fielded at the 35. Goes directly to the return man. Across the 50. Still on his feet. It's Dunn. Dunn to the left side. Across the 35. Dunn has room to run. Dunn may take this one to the house. To the 5-10. He's finally drug out of bounds. A touchdown saving tackle by Jordan Woodbury.
Well, we've said it all year long. The punt team for the Hornets, they have just not really been in sync. If it's the lack of, I'm not sure, getting the snap back to the punter, getting the punt off. That was really a great punt there by the Hornets, but the coverage downfield was terrible. Crosby found a huge lane, and, man, they are on the 9-yard line of the Hornets, threatening to score again.
Yeah, they've actually got it marked at the 7. So Crosby will start in excellent field position again, leading 7-0 with 7:25 to go here in the first on the Hornets' 7-yard line. They'll line up in a tight formation. Dunn on the left side in shotgun. We'll send a man in motion. Handoff is to that man in motion from left to right. He's upended. Nowhere to go. Brought down at the 9-yard line. Reggie Branch got upended on the play. It may have been Jadarian Tank White.
Yeah, that was Tank White, number 5 on that play. Great play there by the Hornets. Man, this defense really has to stiffen their necks to keep them out of the end zone.
So it brings up 2nd down and goal for Crosby, leading 7-0, 7 minutes to go here in the first. As Dunn will stand in the gun, no one to the right. Dunn trying to dart through defenders, still on his feet, leaps forward across the 5, maybe down to the 4. They'll mark him officially at the 5.
Nice draw there by Dunn, quarterback for Crosby. I mean, he's just kind of letting the play develop a little bit. It was a quarterback draw. He kind of danced and jived and juked and got picked up a few yards.
So 3rd down and goal, 6:34 to go here in the first. A lot of questions coming in. We do not have the rights to show video. Just wanted to clear that up. We had those rights all season long and lost them in the playoffs. Nothing we can do about it. 3rd down and goal for Crosby. Dunn will step back, looking to the right. He's chased. Dunn will have to throw this one away, and it goes out of bounds. Boy, nice job there by Calvin Simmons putting pressure on Dunn's face.
Yeah, Calvin Simmons, man, we've been calling his name out the last several weeks, Rob, and that was a good play by Simmons to put pressure on Dunn, so he had to throw it away. Huge play there by that Hornet defense.
Well, Brian, all season long, the Hornets have been able to stop them as they get close to the goal line. They failed on that first attempt, but here taking care of business. This is a 29-yard field goal through the uprights, and good. 10-0, Crosby leads early. A lot of time left in this one. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas from Adams Furniture. That's right, folks. It's Christmas time. We're having a huge Christmas sale. How about a Lazy Boy? $3.99 for a recliner, $4.99, $5.99. They're all in stock, ready for immediate delivery. Listen, come in right now. We have a big mattress sale going on. We're the largest mattress dealer in Huntsville. How about Tempur-Pedic? How about Sealy? Listen, we also have a bed. You buy the queen-size mattress, we'll give you an adjustable base for free. Remember, that's Adams Furniture at 75 North and 10th Street, or shop online at shopadams.com.
Well, during that break, there was a penalty against the Hornets on the field goal attempt, but Crosby says they'll decline it, and the extra point remains good. 10-0, your score here at Woodforce Bank Stadium. Crosby in control early, 6:09. So within less than 6 minutes, Crosby able to put up 10 points, but Brian, it was from a turnover from Huntsville and then that punt return. So really, if Huntsville corrects those two things, they've still got a good shot. They just got to find some rhythm here.
Well, they have to find rhythm. That's the thing we talk about. You know, you got to establish yourself early. You've got to move the chains. You got to move the ball down the field, put pressure on their defense. If they can do that, things will open up for the Hornets. And this is a critical drive. This will be their 3rd drive of the afternoon. They've got to figure out a way to get the ball downfield. Folks, right now I want to go ahead and read out something very important to you. It's 5A, 6A football. Don't miss the 5A, 6A UIL football state championships this January. For more information, visit uiltexas.org.
Back in action here in Shenandoah. Crosby will kick off from left to right. And this one on its way. Short kick, fielded at the 30. Not much of a return opportunity there for Woodbury. The Hornets, though, will have it for the 3rd time this afternoon. And an opportunity here, Brian, to try to put some points on the board, trailing 10-0.
Yeah, no question about it, Rob. I want to go ahead and thank a few sponsors real quick. First Financial Bank, You First, and Cabins and More of Texas, the highest quality portable cabins available, quality service and value. And our good friends over at Charlie's Used Cars. Customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
So the Hornets making their way back onto the field. Line up here with the triplet package up to the right. One of those receivers, Jordan Woodbury. Nobody down to the left. Wilson standing in the gun on his own 26. 1st and 10 from the 31. Delayed handoff over to the left side. Met a brick wall and nowhere to go that time for Huntsville. Believe that was Jalen McClain. J-Mac, nothing there.
J-Mac is trying to carry the ball over the left side between the guard-tackle gap, and the play never did develop. Give credit to the Crosby defense for being disruptive on that. 1 yard gain for the Hornets. 2nd down.
2nd down and 9 after the 1 yard gain from their own 32. Hornets trailing 10-0. Wilson Fake handoff, rolling to the right. Looking, Long has it. Long at the 40, diving his way. He may have enough for a first down, and Long has it. A first down at the 41-yard line. I like to see Matt Long getting in the action. That'll build his confidence, and that is a Moke attorney at law first down.
Huge play there for the Hornets. They needed some big play to help them out. Good job, Matt Long. Good pass, A.J. Wilson.
Long will line up as a triplet package to the left alongside Jamarcus Howard, 1st and 10 from their own 42. As Wilson will step back, look over at his coaching staff, and get the play call. A flinch on that right side of the line, and that's going to be a false start against Huntsville.
Well, this is what we talked about in the coaches show. I mean, if we could play a clean football game, limit these false starts, these kind of penalties put you back. Man, they are just so disruptive and disappointing. Man alive, they've got to clean that up.
That was Lane Taylor out there, one of the few sophomores on the team, but he got a pat from his teammates saying, hey, big boy, settle down. 1st and 15, backed up to their own 37. Huntsville trailing 10-0 in the first. Wilson airs this one to the right side. He's got a man. He's got him at the 30, 20, 10. He's going all the way. Touchdown. Oh, mama, it's Jordan Woodbury planting the trees early, and the Hornets on the board.
How about that? A.J. Wilson launches a go pattern to Jordan Woodbury. Perfect pass, over-the-shoulder catch. The Hornets are on the board.
60-plus yards to Jordan Woodbury. We've seen that connection all season long. It continues to get better every game.
There you go, boy. That brings the life back into you. Nice play, the Hornets.
So we'll call it a 60-plus yard. How about that for an official stat, Brian?
Man, that is awesome.
That's your trophy case touchdown. Here's the MRC Creekside extra point. That snap bobbled a little bit, and Avallard gets it through. The trophy case. Your destination for awards, custom gifts, apparel, and much more. Get your Hornet Spirit gear at the trophy case. Hornets trailing after the touchdown just by 3, 10-7. We'll step aside and take a break on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Huntsville ISD is the best place for children to be. We offer a full-day pre-K center to advanced career and college options, along with a variety of extracurricular activities and award-winning fine arts, band and athletics programs, an excellent child nutrition and bus transportation services, bilingual ESL and GT programs, special education services, and a career and technical education program that provides multiple certification and licensing options for students. Visit huntsville-isd.org. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We're building champions, everyone, every day.
Welcome back, friends. Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams. Moments ago, it was a try for the Huntsville Hornets that started on their own 31. It was capped off by a 60-plus yard touchdown pass from A.J. Wilson to Jordan Woodbury. The Hornets trailing 10-7, 5:21 to go here in the first. That is your on-the-move physical therapy and wellness scoring drive recap. Avallard on the Climatech Secure Storage kickoff. Another short one that'll take a bounce at the 15 and now the 16. The return man trying to dodge through defenders. Over to the right side, now back over to the left. Brian, he goes down. Oh, man, he goes down back at the 10-yard line. Nowhere to run, and the Hornets special teams with a big play on that kickoff.
Excellent kickoff coverage right there by the Hornets. Puts the Crosby Cougars way back on their end. That is a way to start it off right there, man. You can tell that pass play, A.J. Wilson, Jordan Woodbury, has lit a light up under these Hornets, and you can almost feel it up here in the booth.
Brian, they move it back an extra yard. It's at the 9-yard line. 5:14 remaining. Crosby with the short lead, 10-7. As they've got it for the 4th time this afternoon. Their last possession was a field goal. Dunn stepping back, trips to the right. Crossover pattern, it's incomplete at the 10-yard line. That may have been the first incomplete pass by Dunn this afternoon.
Well, he was trying to get Monty Wilson kind of doing a little 4 to 7 yard, looked like post pattern. Man, there was all kind of traffic in there. Good play there by the Hornet defense on that stop there.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 from their own 9. Crosby in the gun is Dunn. Trips to the left, one lone Cougar to the right. Now an empty backfield. Dunn, he goes back. Oh, mama, that may be a safety. We'll see where it's marked.
Oh, they're going to call it.
Brian,
oh, wow.
They called it at the half-yard line. Even though he was back there, they gave him the forward progress to the half-yard line. Oh. How about that swarm of defense?
Boy, this defense is, you woke up a sleepy giant, and they're playing some ball right now. Wow.
Boy, Brian, I thought Dunn was back there, but they gave him that forward progress. I was getting excited, buddy.
I thought that was a safety too, man, and the side judge marked him on the half-yard line. Wow.
3rd down and 19 after a 9-yard loss. 4:50 to go here in the first. Dunn standing back in the soccer goalie box in the end zone. The field is marked for soccer here. He's right where the goalie box would be. Dunn with 2 receivers to the right, passes in the flats. Hornets able to stop him here on the 6-yard line. So a little bit of breathing room there for Crosby, and that sting 'em, swarm 'em, slam 'em defense taking care of business on this possession.
What a great job by that Hornet defense right there. Almost had a safety. Now forcing Crosby to punt the ball. Punter's going to be way back, almost on the end line. Man, this is a golden opportunity for these Hornets.
Yeah, Dunn, the quarterback, he's also the punter, and he's back there, Brian. You couldn't have said it any closer. That back right heel is right up against the line. The shadow on his face. This punt on its way, it's a short one. And Woodbury saying clear away from it. Takes a roll up to the 34-yard line. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Hornets have it when we come back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
The Huntsville Hornet Quarterback Club thanks the Huntsville community for your support of Hornet football. Are you interested in knowing more about the Hornet football program? Would you like to be involved? Meetings and membership are open to the public. Please like the page on Facebook. Search for Huntsville Hornet Football or go to facebook.com/Huntsville ISD Hornet Football. You can watch Hornet football live all season long at KSAM1017.com. Join the Huntsville Hornet Quarterback Club today. Sting 'em Hornets.
Back in action here from the Crosby 34. Quick play, and Wilson fumbles it, but luckily able to fall on it. A 2-yard loss back on that right hash mark. Brings up 2nd down and 12.
Man, they have got to get rid of this fumbleitis they got going on, man. I do not know what's going on with that.
Wilson will line up under center. In the I formation, 2 backs behind him, 1 lone Hornet to the left. Wilson again fumbled it, and again fell right back on it. Brian, that is back-to-back fumbles now, and luckily able to recover him, but it goes back another yard.
Well, A.J. Wilson is under center, so one of 2 things is happening. It's either the center is hitting his leg when he's bringing the ball back, and or A.J. Wilson is pulling out from up under the center too quick, but whatever it is, they've got to fix that. They've got to fix it now.
Tank White heads over to the sideline. Back in is Cornelius Lawrence, part of a triplet package down to the left. 3rd down and 13 from the Crosby 37. Wilson in the gun, and a false start. This one will go back.
My goodness.
That'll go back 5 yards. I'm not sure if Josh Criswell, the Huntsville item, is down there. We had some issues before the game trying to get that microphone working. Josh, can you hear us down there by any chance? Yeah, we may not have Josh this game, unfortunately. We had a lot of interference on the RF. 3rd down and 18 for the Hornets. Backed way up now. Wilson, 2 defenders in his face, drops. Oh, it's almost intercepted, Brian, at the 38, and it's incomplete. He threw it right into the hands of that defender. There's another flag there on that far right side, though. We'll see what this one is.
Well, it looks like the side judge indicating holding against Crosby. They tried to run a screen pass, and Crosby read it perfectly.
Yeah, Wilson got a little pat on the helmet there from his teammate Trey Garrett, the junior offensive lineman. That flag is still out there around the 42-yard line on the far right side. It is.
Huge play.
Behind the line of scrimmage. Therefore, there is no first down.
So it will move up, Brian, 15 yards, but it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. So the penalty, well, Brian, I thought they were going to give him 15. They only gave him 10.
Gave him 10, so it's 3rd and 7.
Yep, 3rd down and 8.
3rd and 8, yep. Well, it's a lot more manageable than it was. So the Hornets need to run their route beyond the chain so they can pick up that first down.
Well, you still got a coaching staff here for Crosby all over the field. I mean, you got 3 coaches out there on the field right now, Brian.
Yeah, and he's still out there on the field.
All 3 of them still out there. He's not happy. And
he needs to
you got to run off the field.
Yes.
He just
so we can play a football game.
Waltz in his way. Another coach is out there on the field. You can't stand on the field in the middle of a play. You got to move off the field. Now the officials finally get some control here. 3rd down and 8. Wilson stepping back, looking over center, and it's dropped. Oh my goodness, that would have been a first down to Jamarcus Howard, and he dropped it.
Man alive. Last week, Jamarcus Howard had a really good game against Barbers Hill, and that pass was picture perfect. Right in Howard's hands. He's got to catch that football.
Brian, you're in the no man's land here. I would expect the Hornets to go for it.
Yep, and that's looked like A.J. Wilson and company are staying out there.
It's 4th down and 8. Hornets have it on the Crosby 32 on that right hash mark, moving from right. Remember, the wind is behind their back. The sunshine is to their back. Wilson claps once, low snap, has it, good protection, over to the right side, up, caught, oh man, it's going more across the 10 to the 5-yard line. What a play to Jordan Woodbury. Keep planting those trees, young man. He's coming alive here early in the first.
What a pressure play. Great pass, A.J. Wilson, my goodness, 4th down, hits Jordan Woodbury once again. They are in the red zone, oh my goodness. What a play.
Woodbury had to leap up, Brian, hauled it in, and I thought he was going to go down to the races. He got stopped, though, at the 5-yard line. It's first down and goal for the Hornets. That's a Moak and Moak attorney at law first down inside the Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone. And a handoff here, a gain of a couple. May have been Jalen McClain, waiting to see who hops up from that pile. I can't see it, Brian.
Well, I can't. I think that was McClain on that carry. Picks up couple of yards down to the Crosby 3-yard line.
So again, inside the Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone. 2 minutes to go here in the first. Hornets threatening. A.J. Wilson has 3 coming, leaps up, oh, it's dropped again. Howard almost had it. Brian, it was a little bit behind him. I'm not going to fault Howard.
No.
He almost had it, but dropped it there on the right hand. Incomplete.
Howard was open, but with the pressure, A.J. Wilson had to throw it quicker than he wanted to, and he threw it behind him. Can't fault him on that one. Big play there by that Crosby defense.
It's 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line. The Hornets trailing 10-7, 1:58 to go here in the first. McClain, the running back, to the right. Wilson will stand on the Crosby 9. Claps once, has the snap, right side, throws up, caught, touchdown, Woodbury! Woodbury for 3 yards, a nice pattern to Woodbury.
My goodness, folks, you have to understand what a great catch that was by Woodbury. It was high, it was a dart. He stuck both hands as high up in the air as he could, grabbed that ball, touchdown Hornets.
That's a trophy case touchdown. Wow. The second touchdown of the afternoon by Jordan Woodbury, and the Hornets take the lead for the first time with 1:54 remaining here in the first.
5-yard out route by Jordan Woodbury. Great pass and catch.
It's another trophy case touchdown, the MRC Creekside.
How about that?
Extra point up by Avalar, and good. Hornets leading 14-10. Trophy Case, your destination for awards, custom gifts, apparel, and much more. Get that Hornet Spirit gear at the Trophy Case. We'll step aside and take a break. Hornets in the driver's seat. We'll be back in a moment.
The Huntsville Hornet Quarterback Club thanks the Huntsville community for your support of Hornet football. Are you interested in knowing more about the Hornet football program? Would you like to be involved? Meetings and membership are open to the public. Please like the page on Facebook. Search for Huntsville Hornet Football or go to facebook.com/Huntsville ISD Hornet Football. You can watch Hornet football live all season long at KSAM1017.com. Join the Huntsville Hornet Quarterback Club today. Sting 'em Hornets.
Back in action from Wood Forest Bank Stadium, I'm Rob Hibb alongside Brian Adams, live from the Copeland Family Dentistry broadcast booth. Moments ago, it was the 4th possession of the afternoon for the Huntsville Hornets after a punt from Crosby. It was a drive for Huntsville that started on the Crosby 34, capped off by a 3-yard touchdown pass to Jordan Woodbury, his second receiving touchdown of the afternoon, and the Hornets now in the lead 14-7. Or beg your pardon, 14-10. That is your on-the-move physical therapy and wellness scoring drive recap. The Climatech Secure Storage kickoff. This one's going to go back for a touchdown or touchback by Avalar.
Well, the Hornets are finally kind of shaking off that start that they had. Put some points on the board quickly. 2 quick touchdowns to Jordan Woodbury. Man, that very first one, that long 60-yard bomb, what a beautiful play. But just as beautiful was that last touchdown. Little 5-yard out route. A.J. Wilson, Jordan Woodbury, and the Hornets have taken the lead here late in the first quarter.
Don't count out Crosby, though. They scored and got up early in this ball game. The defense starting to clamor down, though. Crosby's got it from their own 25, trailing 14-10, done in the gun. Handoff over to his back, Branch. Branch able to spin his way across one defender, breaks through a tackle across the 25 and back just in front of the original line of scrimmage. All that running, Brian, for a gain of only 1. Well, they may give him, they're going to give him a little bit more, you think? Let's see where they put that. Well, they only gave him 1, Brian.
That was Ed Bobino who caused that, and it looked like Cody McLaren kind of finished it to only let him get 1 yard. Good play there by that defense.
Second down and 9 for Crosby from their own 26. In the flat, the pass over to Wilson, and Wilson is slammed down at the 25-yard line. Cody McLaren said, "Welcome to Slamsville, baby. You're going down."
Wow. Man, that is a quick third down there for the Crosby Cougars, and it's 3rd and 10.
A loss of 1 after Cody McLaren put the smack down at the 25. Dunn in the gun, standing on his own 19, rolls to the right. Protection is there, up, it's out of the reach, and incomplete at the 39-yard line. He was looking to Jalen Herman.
Brian Bobino put the pressure there on Dunn, forced him to throw the ball sooner than he wanted to, which is going to force the Crosby Cougars to punt the ball away to the Huntsville Hornets.
Brian, it's 99
and
55.
Those guys, those two Bobino brothers are the most disruptive defensive line guys you'll find anywhere.
Crosby will punt this one away from their own 10-yard line. Dunn, the punter. Snap back. It's a high one. He almost got it blocked. Oh, it's a short punt, Brian.
I think it was blocked.
It only goes about 10 yards, takes a bounce back in favor of Huntsville, and it's finally fielded around the 28-yard line. Oh, man, I think he got a hand on it,
I think
Brian.
that was number 7, Ethan Miner, got a hand on that ball. Wow, the Hornets are going to have the ball in great field position deep inside Crosby's territory.
We're going to keep things right here because we know how fast they move after these punts. And the Huntsville Hornets, for the second straight possession, will have it in Crosby territory on the 29-yard line.
This is where you have to take advantage of your opponent's mistakes. It is critical the Hornets put points on the board on this drive.
Ball is on the right hash mark, as A.J. Wilson will lead his offense back onto the field for the 5th time this afternoon, leading 14-10, 1:08 to go here in the first. Wilson with the back to his left is McLean, and the handoff to McLean, chugging his way forward. And Brian, he may have been stopped the yard short of that line at the 30. It is a 1-yard loss on the carry.
Well, that's the one thing the Hornets have had troubles with so far in this ballgame, is trying to establish a run. But nonetheless, that's something they've had success with all year long, so don't just abandon it now, because that'll open up the passing game.
Brings up 2nd down and 11 for the Hornets from the Crosby 30. 42 seconds remaining in the first, leading 14-10. Wilson has a good protection. Airs this one over center, looking again Woodbury, and the route was just kind of mismanaged on that one. He was going back to the center, Brian. A.J., though, led him too far to the left.
Jordan Woodbury was running a deep post route from this left side over here, and it was kind of a miscommunication. That's all right, though. Those two young men have had a good start so far here today.
34 seconds remaining here in the Hornet Quarterback Club's first quarter. 3rd down and 11 for your Hornets coming up.
Please convert. This is important to convert on this down right here.
From the Crosby 30, Wilson in the gun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Fake the handoff. Wilson throwing right side. Dart. It's incomplete. Wanting the flag there, didn't get it, and it was incomplete at the 15-yard line. And he threw that one into the direction of, I believe it was Cam Cole. 4th down coming up. Remember, they converted a 4th down and 8 on the previous possession, Brian.
Well, they did.
And they're going to go for it again.
This team is not shy. Coach Southern is not shy to call, offensive play on 4th down, and the Hornets convert really well on 4th down, and here we go. We're going to see what happens here.
Cam Cole and Jamarcus Howard on the left side, 1 receiver to the right. It's 4th down and 11 from the 30 of Crosby. Wilson having to talk to his tight end a little bit down there. Got to hurry here. Gets it off. Wilson rolls to the left. Chase from behind. Wilson still has it. Got to watch that right hand. Wilson throws it left side. It's incomplete. Threw that one, and it was out of the reach of Jamarcus Howard.
We have a flag down.
2 flags back there, Brian, at the 24. Yeah, we'll see, because that's not in the area of offensive holding. Let's hear the official down here and see what we've got.
He's pointing towards Crosby.
Yep. Illegal man downfield.
Oh, my goodness, against Huntsville.
No, penalty decline. That will be a turnover on downs, and Crosby will have it back. Brian, I still like the aggressive play calling on 4th down. That's an area that Huntsville has been superb this year. I don't want to throw out misinformation, but I would beg to believe that they've converted 60 to 70% of their plays on 4th down this season.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think their conversion on 4th down has been very high, and so why not go for it again when you're in that no man's land? I mean, you're talking a 50-plus yard field goal attempt, or go for it and have good success. Hey, man, go for it.
Crosby back onto the field here. 22 seconds in the first, trailing 14-10. From their own 30, Dunn, the handoff to his back, trying to find some light is Branch. Branch has a block across the 30. He's going parallel, though, Brian. Not much on it as he will officially be marked down at the 35-yard line. So it ends up being a 5-yard gain for Branch on first down.
Nice little pickup there by Branch. I mean, he stretched the play out as far as he could, finally kind of turned it upfield, picked up 5 yards. Not a bad play.
We have a lot of text messages coming in tonight. If you would like to send us a message this afternoon, we'd love to hear from you on the Hornet Nation fan text line. Let us know where you're listening from. You can text us at 512-522-9105. Second down and 5.
Slam back. It's Big Bambino. Bam, back at the 30-yard line with a sack going backwards.
99. Big Ed Bambino. Been doing it all year long, and he is fired up.
That is the first Hartfield Forest sack of the night, and it goes to Big Ed Bambino. Bam, baby!
Yeah, Dunn, quarterback for Crosby. I'm not sure he knew what hit him, and he just got sandwiched.
Brian, it took him a moment to get up there. That'll end the first quarter. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Crosby will change directions when we come back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
COVID-19 rapid testing is now available at TexPress Urgent Care in Huntsville. No symptoms are needed. Now you can get tested even faster and get your results back faster too. Not sure which test is right for you? TexPress Urgent Care is happy to help. For more details, call 936-570-2626. No appointments are needed. Walk-ins only. TexPress Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South. Check their website at TexPressUrgentCare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's TexPress Urgent Care next to Sports Clips in Huntsville.
Welcome back, friends. We are entering the Hits Solutions second quarter. Thank you to Robert Lindeman for all that you do in the Huntsville community. Again, now the Hits Solutions second quarter underway. Hornets leading 14-10. Crosby with the ball, but after a big Hartfield Forest sack moments ago, 3rd down and 9, now moving from right to left. Dunn, protection breaking down. Boy, there's got to be a hold back there, Brian, as players go to the ground. No flag. Dunn will roll to the right side across the 40, still on his feet, and Dunn still going and finally drug out of bounds. There's a flag finally at the end of the play at the 45. Brian, there was defenders for Huntsville tackled back at the 15, no flag.
Well, I think that flag may be on Huntsville. It looked like it may be a possible face mask, and that's what we talked about. The containment breaks down. Teams have had success scrambling after that happens.
Jaden Ross was one of them down there chasing him. And you also have Waylon Zapoli back there. Oh, it's a face mask against Crosby.
Oh, Brian, it's coming back, baby. It's coming back, baby.
Unbelievable.
Oh, mama. There you go. That's a rare offensive face mask.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I never would have guessed that would have been the call, but it certainly was. And, man, that puts Crosby way back, almost to the original line of scrimmage.
Almost back to Huntsville.
Almost.
See where they move this back to. Brian, you know what, though? They don't move it back. They say it's 3rd down and 9. I don't understand that. It was already 3rd down and 9, so it doesn't go back. It stays 3rd down and 9. Dunn stepping back, right side, throws this one over his shoulder, somehow makes a completion. It's a first down across the 40. He had to launch that one, Brian, and he got it to Jalen Herman for the first down. I'm not sure on that face mask why that didn't go back further.
Yeah, I'm not either. That's kind of puzzling to me. I guess it was, I'm not sure, Rob.
Maybe
what
it's
happened?
A spot foul, I'm not sure.
Well, if it was a spot foul, it would have happened further downfield, but I don't know.
In any case, first down here for Crosby, trailing 14-10, 11:25 to go here in the Hits Solutions second quarter. Got the ball on their own 43 on the right hash mark. Dunn, the handoff to his back, over to the left side, trying to stiff arm, not much there, maybe across the 45. They'll give him some extra yards, and it ends up being a good run there by Amonte Wilson.
Tank White.
About 4.
Yep, Tank White and Cody McLaren on that stop right there. Good play by Crosby, and man, let me tell you about that pass play they did. That was an excellent pass play Crosby did on the previous play, man. That was huge.
It was a 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6 for the Cougars on their own 47 on the left hash mark. Dunn in the backfield. No one back there with him. Dunn, good protection, plenty of time. Left side, throwing up into the face of the sunshine, and no flag.
No flag, there we go.
Incomplete, as it was in the direction of Cameron Kirkwood, and good protection down there by Jarrett Ortega.
Jarrett Ortega was with him stride for stride, and Crosby laid one out there trying to go for a big play. Fortunately, it's 3rd down here for Crosby.
Well, they got third down, Brian. 3rd down and 6. So 3rd down and 6 for Crosby. 10:41 remaining here in the Hit Solutions second quarter. The Cougars trailing 14-10.
Big play here for the Hornet defense coming up right now.
The senior quarterback in the gun, standing on his own 42, rolls to the right side, throws it back on a switch up to Branch. Branch trying to trace through defenders. He breaks through it, Brian, and Branch pushed forward. He's got a first down. He should have been stopped in the backfield. That would have brought up 4th down on a punt, but instead he's got the first down at the Hornet 45. But Brian, there's a flag back at the 45 the other way.
Well, I'm afraid this may be.
Huntsville.
Yeah, it's going to be
it's against Huntsville.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, it looks like, on the Hornets.
I didn't see any down there, but of course we're way up high here, Brian.
The refs are out discussing it on about the 43-yard line of Crosby.
Well, I think the Hornets have figured out, it's unsportsmanlike. Oh, it's against Crosby!
Oh, wow!
Another change of events.
Unbelievable!
Another penalty against Crosby.
Actually, I thought that was against double nickel Brian Bobino, but nope, he was the one that was on the receiving end of that.
No, you know Brian. Brian takes out his frustrations on the football, man. He don't take it out on people.
Wow.
Well, he does it through sacks.
He does it through sacks and body slams. I don't know.
Well, Brian, that'll move it back. And they mark it all the way back at the 40-yard line. I'm trying to wait to see here, though. I guess they gave him the first down because he got it, Brian, but then they moved the ball back. So they did get the first down, but the ball goes back to the 40. 14-10, Crosby trailing. They've got the ball. Another hold on the right side, no flag. Airs this one out, wide open center. It's incomplete.
Man.
Incomplete. It was just about a half a yard too strong, out of the reach of Cameron Kirkwood. Incomplete.
Kirkwood was wide open. I mean, he was wide open. He beat his defender by about 3 steps, and thank goodness Dunn overthrew him because that would have been 6 points. Woo.
10:24 remaining here in the Hit Solutions second quarter. Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams. Hornets leading 14-10 here in the regionals. 2nd down and 10 from the 40 for Crosby. Sweep over to the left side and pushed out of bounds is Reggie Branch. And Brian, he got 9, needed 10, so he's a yard short. Brings up 3rd down and a short 1.
Dunn is a very talented quarterback. I mean, he's got speed. He's got a cannon of an arm.
Oh! A head back here in the backfield, goes down, slamma-jamma-mama, back for a 2-yard loss on the play. The Hornets defense prowling their way. Dunn had nowhere to go, and he's done on that play.
I think Calvin Simmons lit him up on that play. He was doing a little dump-off pass and got drilled. What a play there by the Hornet defense. Crosby loses 2 yards on that play.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
The Hornet defense and Crosby, Brian, appears that they're going to go for it here on 4th down and 2 from their own 48. An opportunity here. Nope, now they're going to switch it up. I don't think you go for it here,
Well,
Brian.
You don't go against this defense and do that.
The pooch punt is on its way. That's the right call. And it takes a rolling bounce, and that'll be a touchback. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Hornets have the ball for the 6th time when we come back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hey, Huntsville sports fans, this is Robert Lindeman of Hit Solutions Player Development, helping instruct the stars to shine. Hit Solutions Player Development teaches the fundamentals of baseball and softball with proven offensive and defensive strategies and techniques. We instruct and inspire each player to be the best they can be by teaching the mental side of the game. To have the confidence to bring in the game-winning hit, visit us online at hittss.com. Hit Solutions, a proud supporter of the Huntsville Hornets.
Back in action, Huntsville has it the 6th time, starting from their own 20, leading 14-10 here in the second. It's a handoff in the backfield and pushing his way forward for a gain of 3 on the play. Oh, the ball pops out at the end, Brian, and the side judge, they're going to allow that.
I can't believe they're going to allow that. I mean, he gained 3 or 4 yards and he stopped. Then the ball comes out. We're having forward progress.
Yeah, they didn't give him the forward progress, and they're going to call it a loss all the way back now, 2nd down and 11. I don't know about that one, Brian.
I don't either, but nonetheless, hang on to the football. You've got to hang on to this football.
Jordan Woodbury and Cam Cole, 2 receivers down to the left. Wilson in the gun, 2nd down and 11 from their own 19. Claps once on the left hash mark, fakes it, to McLean. Woodbury being chased now. Woodbury's got to go. Woodbury to the left side across the 20 and gets a little bit of a block there that may have saved a sack. Woodbury, we're going to see, Brian. Did he go back? Yeah, he lost another yard. 3rd down and a long 12 coming up here for the Hornets.
Give Crosby's defense a lot of credit. Their left defensive end put the pressure on A.J. Wilson. Really, nothing he could do about it except run the ball out of bounds. Critical 3rd down here for the Hornets.
3rd down and 12 for the Hornets, leading 14-10, 8:39 to go here in the second. Wilson will send a man in motion. It's Long. Stepping back, Wilson to the 10. Protection there over to the flat. This time it's Howard on the left side. Howard has daylight. Howard trying to gut his way across the 20. Oh, mama, he's got a first down across the 30 and finally goes down at the 35-yard line. It's Jamarcus Howard, the senior tight end, coming alive here in the second.
Jamarcus Howard, 6'6", great screen pass, worked out great. They set it up perfectly. The Hornets pick up that long 3rd down. Great play by that Hornet offense.
It's a Moke and Moke attorney at law first down for the Hornets. 8:13 to go here in the Hit Solutions second quarter on the left hash mark, leading 14-10 from their own 35. Wilson in the gun, fakes it. No, it goes to McLean. And McLean almost wrapped up, still able to power his way forward for a couple. Brian, I thought he was going to go down at the line of scrimmage and kept those legs churning for a gain of 3.
Hornets have 2 running backs, Butcher and McLean, and those guys are the toughest runners you will ever see in high school football. They do not go down on first contact, and McLean was able to pick up, looks like 4 yards on that play, 3 yards on that play. Great run.
2nd down and 7 for the Hornets on their own 38, left hash mark. AJ in the gun. Handoff again. No, it's a fake to McLean. Wilson going through 2 defenders. He'll tuck and run. Wilson across the 43, down outside the 45, and Wilson may have enough for another first down. He does.
That's what makes AJ Wilson so talented. He has got a great arm, but he's also got the wheels that can get the job done on the ground, and he picks up another first down.
It's another Moke and Moke attorney at law first down, this time at the 46-yard line. 7:11 to go here in the Hit Solutions second quarter. Hornets leading by 4, 14-10. Now on the right hash mark in the face of the sunshine. It's a handoff over to McLean. McLean fakes one defender and gains an extra 2 yards. A 2-yard pickup on first down.
Great run by McLean. I mean, he made something out of nothing. There was no room to run, and he found a little bit of a lane, picked up a couple of yards. Great run there.
Now 2nd down and 8 for the Hornets. 6:40 to go here in the second, leading 14-10 on the right hash mark. They've got the ball on their own 48-yard line. Wilson with 1 receiver to either side. Jalen McLean, the back offset to his right. He'll clap once. Shoulder shrugs. Now looking, passing, right side. Airs this one. Woodbury chases back and he drops it. Oh, Woodbury was wanting the flag and he didn't get it as he got held, and Woodbury turned around, and even during that hold, Brian, at the 20, he almost made a catch.
Everybody in the stadium was waiting for that play to be called a hold, but it's no flag. Great effort by Woodbury. Wow.
Like I said, Brian, he almost still came up with that one. 3rd down and 8 for the Hornets on the right hash mark. The ball remains on their own 48-yard line. As Cornelius Lawrence, part of 2 receivers, down to the right. Long is another one. And over to the left side, a receiver here, and a timeout is called on this play by Huntsville. We'll step aside for 1 minute. Don't go anywhere, folks. Exciting second quarter action continues on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hey, Huntsville sports fans. This is Robert Lindeman of Hit Solutions Realty. Hit Solutions serves the real estate needs of the Huntsville area. I would like to introduce you to the newest member of our team, Karen Denman.
Hey, y'all. This is Karen Denman. As a lifelong resident of Huntsville, I am passionate about our community. Hit Solutions Realty wants to assist you with finding that piece of property that makes you feel at home. To get the ball rolling, visit us online at HITTSS.com. Hit Solutions, a proud supporter of the Huntsville Hornets.
Whether you're heading to the deer lease or hitting the road for a holiday trip, Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville has the vehicle for you. From the complete line of Ford F-150, 250, and 350 Super Duty trucks to fuel-efficient Ford sedans and SUVs, you'll find the best selection at Bill Fick Ford. And at Bill Fick Ford, there's no bull, just good deals. The Ficks would also like to thank everyone for your friendship and your business. Bill Fick Ford, I-45 South in Huntsville, or online at BillFickFord.com. Nationwide delivery is free.
Back in action, third quarter here. Wilson steps back over center, and it's dropped. It would have been a first down again at the 46, and Howard was not able to hold on to it. And that's an incomplete pass. Tough break there again. Howard dropped it, Brian.
Well, Howard had a great catch on that screen play a while ago, but man alive, that's 2 drops by Howard that were very catchable right in the breadbasket. You got to keep your eye on that football, secure it before you try to run with it.
Christian Avilar will pump this one away for the second time this afternoon. He'll stand on his own 35. The line of scrimmage is there at the 48. Back to receive is Dunn, the quarterback. He also is he's the quarterback, he's the running back, he's the returner, he's the punter. Dunn is an all-around athlete. High punt here by Avilar. Dunn's not going to have an opportunity here to fall on it, and it takes a drop and fielded just inside the 30-yard line. We'll keep things right here. Hornets leading 14-10, but Cougars have the ball for the 7th time.
Well, we want to thank a few more sponsors. Walker County Federal Credit Union. If you live or work in Walker County, you're eligible for membership. And Northside Baptist Church, growing people in Christ to reach others for Christ. AB Squared Self-Storage Facility, your local go-to self-storage facility.
Now Crosby will start here trailing 14-10, 6:09 to go in the second quarter from their own 27-yard line on the left hash mark. Dunn in the gun, trips to the right, one receiver down to the left. Dunn will throw in the backfield, a little trickeration play to Branch. Branch airs this one over center. It's up and hauled down for the completion. Wow, what did they say? No, they say, Brian, did they say incomplete? No, they gave it to him at the 35. What a grab by
catch.
Cameron Kirkwood.
And he was covered solid by the Hornet defender, and he went up. Man, you got to give him credit. That was a heck of a pass and catch there by Crosby.
Now Kirkwood just leapt up and pulled that one in, even through the excellent coverage. From the 35, Dunn will roll to the left side, keeping it here. Trying to stiff arm his way inside, and a good tackle, nowhere to go. Q Riles put a little stop on him after a gain of 2. You're not going to stiff arm Q Riles.
No, Q Riles, number 40, he kind of is like Dunn. He plays a little bit of everything out there. He's such a great athlete.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
So 2nd down and 8 here for Crosby in Hornet territory on the 32-yard line. 5:26 remaining, trailing 14-10. Dunn from his left hash mark in the gun. Stepping back, looking over center. Oh, it's almost intercepted. It was incomplete at the 15-yard line. And Waylon Zapoli almost had a little bit of a late Christmas present.
Boy, he sure did, man. It looked like Zapoli was going to pick that one off for the Hornets. Nonetheless, incomplete pass there by Crosby.
That'll bring up 3rd down.
Now another critical 3rd down and 8 here for the Cougars.
Huge play here for the Hornets.
They're on the Hornet 32-yard line. Crosby trailing 14-10, 5:18 to go here in the first half. In the Hit Solutions second quarter. Dunn in the gun. Reggie Branch, the back offset to his right in a wing pattern. 2 receivers to either side. Dunn rolling to the left, throwing to the left. This one up way out of the reach, nowhere to go. His intended receiver, Jalen Herman, had no idea where that one was going.
Well, Crosby's over here. The kicker for Crosby is kind of warming up a little bit. They're thinking about going for a field goal.
Well, if you go from the ball's at that'd be a 49-yarder here.
But they have the wind.
They do.
And they're trying to make their decision over here.
I better make it quick. There's 15 seconds on the play clock. And now a timeout. And Crosby will take a timeout. We'll take 30 seconds with them when we come back. 4th down coming up on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Nelson Amaya's Collision Center is proudly serving Huntsville from his new location at 2011 Sycamore Avenue near the Bearcats baseball field. Nelson Amaya's Collision Center proudly serves the Walker County area with integrity and honesty. Accepting all insurances, be sure to ask about referral discounts. Experience since 1999. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision Center at 2011 Sycamore Avenue and online at NelsonAmayasCollision.com. Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, a proud supporter of the Huntsville Hornets.
We're back live here, Huntsville Hornet football presented by First Financial Bank. We're live in the Copeland Family Dentistry broadcast booth here at Woodforce Bank Stadium in Shenandoah, Texas. It is the regional semifinal round of the playoffs. 16 teams remaining here in 5A, and the Huntsville Hornets leading this one 14-10. Easily the toughest contest they have faced all season. 5:12 remaining. Crosby has it. 4th down and 8. They've got the ball on the Huntsville 32. Dunn stepping back. He's going for it. Dunn looking, throwing over center. This one up, turned around, caught, and in for the touchdown.
Wow.
Oh, man, what a play as he found easily Jalen Herman The two backs back there for Huntsville, Brian, just got lost in that coverage.
That was a great route run there by Herman, and just a great pass there by Dunn. I mean, no arguing that. He was wide open. He had split the two Hornet defenders, and he just brought it in and scored some points.
Now that'll put Crosby back on top here, 16-14. The extra point kick is up on its way, and this one is no good, Brian. That could come back and haunt him.
That may be huge there.
Hellberg, no good. We're going to keep things right here, 16-14. Cougars regain the lead.
Wow. That is a big miss. I mean, that is 2 points separating these teams with 5 minutes and 5 seconds left to play in the first half. That can be big.
Well, let's get to some of those text messages that have been coming in this afternoon. I'm trying to get to them myself here, Brian. When you're trying to do things quickly, you gotta lose where you're at here. A lot of messages coming in. Glenn Diesel joining us, out of town for Christmas, but listening through the stream. Stingham Hornets, good to hear from you, Glenn. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, my friend. This is Tim K., Robert Timothy, and Morgan Dill listening in. Way to go, Hornet fans. Joe and Judy Emmett, Kay and Robert Dill, thank y'all for listening in this afternoon. Stingham Hornets from Jim and Linda McKenzie. Appreciate you joining us this afternoon. Here's our friends from Clifton Park, New York. Chad Walter. Merry Christmas.
Chad Walter.
Stingham Hornets. Here's some more, Brian, coming in.
Yeah, no question about it. Go Hornets from Galveston. Our old friend Harvey Vanacek. Thanks, Harvey.
He's saying, hey, Brian. Beautiful. Way to go, Hornets. Some friends joining us. Not sure who that one is. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. We'll get to one more. Let's go, Hornets. That boy number 18, that's Cody McLaren. Hit him hard and slam him down from Uncle Chris. Back in action here. If you got a shout-out, by the way, text them to us at 512-522-9105. Let us know where you're listening from, by the way. 512-522-9105. Crosby kicking off here with the sunshine to their back from right to left. End-over-end kick. And this one, Woodbury, he'll field it, Brian. Oh, man, he's going to field this one from inside the end zone. And he's going to be slammed at the 10-yard line. I'm not sure why Woodbury elected to take that one in there. It was halfway into the end zone, Brian.
Not a good decision there by Woodbury. I mean, they're going to start the ball out on, looks like somewhere around the 10-yard line. Should have let it go. But nonetheless, the Hornets will take over, and they need to put some more points on before halftime.
And, Brian, there may have been a penalty on that play. They're going to re-kick it.
Wow.
Okay, well, Hornets got bailed out.
There is a penalty flag here on the 40 close to the Crosby sideline. It may have been offsides there. Not sure what the call was, but a huge break there for the Hornets.
My good friend Michael Francis joining us. He works with the Eastview Patriots football crew back in Georgetown. They have a playoff game today. They're also in this regional semifinal round. He's saying we could really use some more cowbells. Stingham Hornets. Appreciate it, brother. Sam Moak joining us. Love y'all's enthusiasm. Appreciate you, Sam, and thanks for all you do in the community. Again, over at Moak & Moak, our first down sponsor this season. We appreciate you, Sam. Thanks again for all that you do, my friend.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Sam Moak, he was a part of that 1980 state championship team. Good to hear from you there, Sam. We got us a heck of a ball game on our hands here today, folks. Make no mistake about it.
Ball goes back to the 35 as Crosby will re-kick it. They are leading 16-14. 5 minutes to go here in the Hit Solutions second quarter. Hellberg, left toe to leather. Another booming kick here with the wind behind him. And Woodbury will let this one go wisely back through the end zone.
No doubt.
We'll keep it right here, Brian. Again, the Hornets will have it for the 7th time this afternoon. They're trailing now 16-14.
Again, we want to thank a few more sponsors, if we could. On the Move Physical Therapy and Wellness, helping active adults achieve physical freedom to enjoy life and retirement to its fullest without settling for less. And Hartfield Florist, personalizing your event since 1957. And here we go, Moak & Moak, attorneys at law for your estate planning, real estate, business law needs. Call Moak & Moak Attorneys at Law, serving Huntsville since 1971.
The Hornets will have it here on their own 25-yard line, trailing by 2, 14-16. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. And Huntsville is going to call a timeout. We'll take it with them for 30 seconds. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Exciting Hornet football continues on the all-new Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hey, Huntsville sports fans, this is Robert Lindeman of Hit Solutions Player Development, helping instruct the stars to shine. Hit Solutions Player Development teaches the fundamentals of baseball and softball with proven offensive and defensive strategies and techniques. We instruct and inspire each player to be the best they can be by teaching the mental side of the game. To have the confidence to bring in the game-winning hit, visit us online at hittss.com. Hit Solutions, a proud supporter of the Huntsville Hornets.
We're back live from the Copeland Family Dentistry Hornets broadcast booth. Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams. First down and 10 for the Hornets. They'll start this from their own 25. A pass in the flats over the left side with daylight near the 35-yard line. That's enough for a first down on first down. A beautiful pass thrown to Jalen McClain for 11 yards.
Nice pass. Jalen McClain was out in the flats. A.J. Wilson hit him in stride. Perfect pass play. Hornets move the chains.
That's a Moke & Moke attorney at law. First down on the left hash mark of the 36-yard line. Hornets trailing 16-14 with 4:38 to go here in the Hit Solutions second quarter. Wilson in the gun. He will send Howard in motion. Stepping back. Throwing. McClain has it at the 43. McClain stiff-arming his way across the 45, and he's got another first down. It's back-to-back 11-yard plays by Jalen McClain, and that is another beautiful play there to J-Mac.
What a great run after the catch by Jalen McClain there. Get a little stiff arm. Again, 2 plays in a row, and they've moved the chains.
Well, Brian, when J-Mac gets in that end zone, I'll say start boiling the water.
Get that mac
and cheese ready, my friend. First down and 10 after another Moke & Moke attorney at law. First down. Hornets have it on their own 47. Wilson on the right hash mark. Empty backfield in the gun. 5 receivers. Wilson claps twice, gets the snap. Looking, throwing quickly, incomplete. That was a very quick pass on a slant to Woodbury. No flag and incomplete.
Woodbury's incomplete. That'll bring up second down.
Well, you know, it looked to me like he was in all kinds of traffic. I'm surprised we didn't get a pass interference call. But nonetheless, we did not. And the Hornets are second down and 10.
Second down and 10 from their own 47. Hornets trailing 16-14. 3:53. Clock stopped here in the second. Hornets only have one timeout left also. Wilson, empty backfield, rolling to the left, being chased. Throws this one up high, and it's flag flies there at the end, Brian, on this near side to us. It was incomplete, though, to Matt Long. We'll see what this flag is.
Well,
there's 2 of them.
Yeah, there's one on the far side, too.
Well, there's 3 of them. Look at that.
And I see it's going against Huntsville. Looks like a legal man downfield.
If it is, that's the second time this afternoon we've seen that call.
Of course, you got Crosby Coach out there halfway on the field.
He got all 3 of them. Every time there's a penalty, they all 3 go out there.
Exactly.
Hey, well, they just want to know what's going on.
You know, everybody out.
You know what? I want to give a shout-out, though, to Coach Prito. I appreciate him because I reached out for information, and Coach Jerry sent me what I needed, and I really appreciate him. And a very passionate guy. And this is an up-and-coming coaching for Crosby, by the way. And you know that these kids, when you got a coach that's passionate, they see that in their head coach, and that fires them up. So you got to give credit there to Coach Jerry for what he does.
Well, you got to give credit to both coaches. Same thing with Rodney Southern. I mean, he has changed his program around on a dime, and he has been deep into the playoffs the last 3 years. So you're right, Rob. Both coaches, very spirited and very good coaches.
Well, third down it is, Brian. Third down and 10. Huntsville from their own 47. Long in motion. Wilson in the backfield. Good protection here. Wilson with 2 now chasing him. Wilson to the right side. Wilson still on his feet. Wilson trying to get the first down. Did he get there in time, Brian?
Oh, I think he's a yard short.
He may have been a yard short.
Oh, man.
Well, the line judge over here standing right on the first down marker. That may have been enough, Brian.
It sure is.
And that is enough for a Huntsville Hornet first down in Crosby territory at the 43. Wilson had it.
Boy, the Crosby fans are livid.
Well, you know what? Wilson had a nice angle. That's a Moke & Moke attorney at law. First down on the Crosby 43. High snap. Flags fly everywhere. That's got to be a false start.
I mean, good grief. Come on, guys.
Golly, 4 flags went flying everywhere. And with the way the wind's blowing, Brian, it picks them up and carries them another 5 yards.
Yes, it does.
Well, in all seriousness, no, Huntsville's got to watch these penalties. They did a great job last week, and so far in this ball game, they're developing those old bad habits again.
Well, we talked about that on the coaches show Wednesday night. This referee crew is out of Houston. They will call it.
3:40 to go, 1st and 15 for the Hornets on the Crosby 48. Wilson keeps it himself, and Wilson dives forward across the 45 down to the 44. They think there's a fumble, and he may have lost it, Brian.
And Crosby's jumping up and down like they got the ball, and they do.
That's the second time that Huntsville has coughed it up. They've actually put it on the ground 4 times, Brian, and the second one they've lost here this afternoon.
Got to hang on to that football. That's twice for A.J. Wilson. For the young junior quarterback, it is pertinent you hang on to that football.
Crosby will start, Brian, and they've still got 2 timeouts remaining.
You watch Crosby. They are going to go for the long ball, I promise you, here on this set of downs at some point.
From their own 44, leading 16-14 with 3:33 remaining here in the first half. Dunn in the gun. Man in motion, stepping back. Across the 35, looking, left side, wide open Branch at the 50. Spinning around a defender across the 45, and finally the whistle is blown. My goodness, Branch was wide open, and that's enough for a first down. Needed 10, of course, and he got 11 to the Hornet 45.
Jarrett Ortega, number 21 for the Hornets, on the coverage there, and just, it looks to me like they're waiting for the receivers to get to them. Man, they need to be a little bit more aggressive, in my opinion.
Clock now running, 3:15. Again, 2 timeouts remaining for the Cougars here in the first half, leading 16-14 from the Hornet 45. Dunn stepping back. Dunn looking. Still scrambling. Over to the left side. Being chased now. Throws this one somehow in the flats to Branch on the right side. And Branch cutting his way. Branch has room across the 30. Still on his feet and finally drilled down at the 25-yard line. Oh, Branch had to pay for it as Jadarian White gave him a Nelson. Boy, he gave him a big Nelson Amaya Collision Center hit over there, Brian.
Well, he sure did, but unfortunately it was after a huge play there by Crosby. Big hit by Tank White. Nonetheless, Crosby picks up a first down.
Got drilled, though. He had to pay for it. Oh, man. First down, pass over this side to the right side across the 20 and inside the red zone. The pass is caught. And it goes to Jalen Herman. 2:34 remaining. Inside the red zone, now it's Crosby leading 16-14. Second down, and it looks like 2 from up here.
Huge defensive stance here for the Hornets.
Pitch over to Branch. Branch to the right side, and he's finally pushed out of bounds. Good pressure brought there by Ty Matthews.
Yeah, that was an option play over there towards the Hornets sidelines, and they picked up enough to move the chains. Big play there by Crosby. Wow.
Well, they got the first down. It's all the way down to the Hornet 11 with 2:29 remaining here in the first half. Dunn standing in the gun on the 16. Fakes the handoff. Pass right side up. This one incomplete. Good protection there. Herman had nowhere to go, and great protection by Ethan Miner.
Yeah, Ethan Miner was sitting there waiting on it. Ethan Miner has had a great season. He has had several interceptions, and he had one long, it was probably a 105-yard interception returned back due to penalty, but Ethan Miner's had a great season and great game so far today.
Well, we'd love to see one of those right here, Brian.
Yes, we would. It's time.
Dunn standing in the shotgun at the 15. 2 receivers to either side. Fakes the handoff to his back. Still on. And he goes, still spinning around here. Flags fly in the backfield. This one up and incomplete. And we'll see if this flag, it may be against Ed Bobino.
Well, nope, it's against Crosby.
It's against Crosby. And check it out back there. They can't believe it. Macaulay Stewart saying, you got to be kidding me.
Yep, number 57 for Crosby. It wasn't me, but it was. Crosby is going to move. That's going to put them way back. Big break for the Hornets.
Yeah. You know, when you see a flag near Ed Bobino, his discipline is bar none one of the best that I've seen in a young man. And when you see a flag near Bobino, you don't think it's going to be against him. That ball is going to go back. That is a huge penalty by Crosby, because what would have been at the 11-yard line now goes all the way back, Brian, to the 21. So second down and 21 for Crosby. Dunn with pressure coming again. Avoids it. This time spinning around. And he's slammed down to the ground. Bam, baby. That's a Hartfield Forest sack. And it's Big Bobino saying, get it out of here.
99. Big Ed Bobino slung him down for a huge loss.
Oh, mama, that one goes all the way back to the 27-yard line. Brian, that's 16 yards the other way. when this original line of scrimmage is at the 11.
Hey, give Q Riles a ton of credit. He caused that disruption back there, and Dunn just didn't know where to go until he ran into 99.
Well, it's one of the best things you can hope for here. Huntsville got to hold him, though, from the 27. Run over. It is Branch to the left side. Branch has daylight. Near the 10-yard line, Branch finally brought down at the 3. Oh, man, what a run by Branch.
Branch hit the outside, turned it upfield, and had lots of daylight. Wow.
And he is stopped 1 yard short of the first down.
Fourth down and 1 for Crosby.
Oh.
Huge play here.
Brian, we'll step aside. And actually, we're going to keep it right here because we know how quick these timeouts go. Crosby called a timeout. They've got 1 remaining. We don't want to miss the segue back into 4th down. And 4th down and 1 coming up. We are going to keep it right here, Brian.
The one thing about 4th and 1 is this defense for the Hornet, this goal line defense has been so hard to score when opponents have the ball inside the 5-yard line. Man, this is a huge decision for Crosby. Are they going to go for it, or are they going to kick a field goal?
Yeah, and you think about a field goal, and that would still
put you down by 5, put you up by 5.
Yeah, put you up by 5, so you get a little bit of breathing room, but not much. 16-14 your score, 1:13 to go here in this Hit Solutions second quarter. Boy, it's been a roller coaster of a ride so far.
I guarantee if they're going for it, they're not about to kick a field goal here. They're going to try to put a dagger in the Hornets before halftime.
That looks
huge play right here.
Dunn is the quarterback. Branch, the running back, set to the right side. 2 receivers to either side. They can get a first down at the 2. Or at the 1, beg your pardon. 4th down. And another timeout, and the final timeout called of this first half by Crosby. Again, we're going to keep it right here, Brian. We don't want to miss the action.
Well, let's thank a couple of sponsors while we're here in this timeout. MRC Creekside, a healthy living senior community, and Murray Insurance and Financial Services, an agency you can trust. And Climatech Secure Self-Storage, the ideal place to keep your belongings safe and secure. And our good friends over at Copeland Family Dentistry, wonderfully made. Thanks, Ty Copeland.
Well, the Hit Solutions second quarter couldn't be made possible without Robert Lindeman of Hit Solutions. He's messaging us saying, Rob, good afternoon. Sounding awesome. We're listening from Crabs Prairie, Texas. Win it, Hornets.
Big play right here, folks.
So here we go, back in action. 4th down and 1. From the 2-yard line, Crosby trying to get in. They're leading 16-14, 1:13 to go here in the first half. Dunn in the shotgun. Branch the back. It's going to be empty backfield. Dunn. Oh, man. Brian, I think he goes down. I don't think he made it. He didn't make it.
He did not make it.
That defense swarmed him, baby, and he didn't get it. Turnover on downs. Hornets stop him again.
We've been talking about this defense all year long, how tough they are, and right there, folks, they showed you why they are arguably the best in the state of Texas.
Boy, Dunn thought he could trip him out, and Dunn was sorely mistaken. It's that swarm of defense. You're not going to do that against the Huntsville Hornets.
Man, that is as big a play as has happened in this game all afternoon. Wow.
And the Huntsville Hornets will take over here for the 8th time tonight. They've done it again at the goal line stand on the defensive side. They got to be careful here, though, Brian, as they have this ball on their own 3, trying to work out of a little bit of a situation in the backfield. And a handoff to up the front to Jalen McClain to the 5-yard line, a gain of a couple.
It is critical. They hang on to this football with both hands as tight as possible because they are slapping at it, trying to strip it, everything they can do to knock that ball loose.
2nd down and 8 after a 2-yard pickup by Jalen McClain. 41 seconds and ticking here in the second quarter. Hornets trailing 16-14. Wilson will stand on his own goal line. J-Mac to his right. Looking, passing. Oh, they're going to pass this one to the left side. It's up and incomplete. He threw it in the direction of Cam Cole, way too short.
Well, Cam Cole was wide. Well, he wasn't wide open. He had a step. If that ball would have been a little further out in front, that may have been a monster play. But, again, great defense there by Crosby to knock the ball down.
Jalen McClain, the running back out there, and Jamarcus Howard. 1 receiver to the right alongside Jordan Woodbury on the right side. Cam Cole all alone to the left. 3rd down and 8 with 27 seconds remaining here in the first half. Clap twice. J-Mac has it to the left side. He's drugged down for a loss on the play. And that should run the clock out.
Well, 19 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, and that's going to run the clock down. No timeouts remaining for the Cougars.
I can tell you what, that was a big, huge defensive stance on the goal line a while ago, folks. That was big.
Clock runs out, and that will do it for the first half. Huntsville trailing the Cougars here in the regional semifinal playoff, 16-14. We'll step aside and take a break. We'll have halftime analysis and more when we come back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Nelson Amaya's Collision Center is proudly serving Huntsville from his new location at 2011 Sycamore Avenue near the Bearcats baseball field. Nelson Amaya's Collision Center proudly serves the Walker County area with integrity and honesty. Accepting all insurances, be sure to ask about referral discounts. Experience since 1999. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision Center at 2011 Sycamore Avenue and online at NelsonAmayasCollision.com. Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, a proud supporter of the Huntsville Hornets.
First Financial Bank knows how important a person's vehicle can be.
My SUV is perfect for taking clients to properties and me to the golf course.
My pickup hauls work supplies all week and the family on weekends.
My hybrid helps the environment and my fuel bill.
If you're ready for a new vehicle, talk to First Financial. We offer loans at competitive rates with fast local approval.
My 4x4 works hard, but plays even harder.
First Financial Bank. You first. Member FDIC.
It's Truck Month here at Wiesner in Huntsville. Hi, folks. Clint Mack here with Wiesner in Huntsville, and it's Truck Month. That means you get the best deals of the year on your favorite Chevy truck, Tahoe, and Suburban. We've got 3/4 tons, 1 tons, and half tons. When they say they don't have it, come to Wiesner of Huntsville, and we'll get it. We've got trucks starting at $28,986 and an Equinox for only $16,990. So for the best selection, you need to hurry to Wiesner in Huntsville or shop us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com. Chevy, find new roads.
Whataburger's new spicy chicken sandwich isn't covered in any fiery sauces or crazy hot toppings. Just cool, fresh-cut veggies and mayo to tame the heat. So, where then does the spice come from? Well, the all-white meat chicken is marinated and then fried to a tender crisp. So really, this spice comes from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
Huntsville ISD is the best place for children to be. We offer a full-day pre-K center to advanced career and college options, along with a variety of extracurricular activities and award-winning fine arts, band and athletics programs, an excellent child nutrition and bus transportation services, bilingual ESL and GT programs, special education services, and a career and technical education program that provides multiple certification and licensing options for students. Visit huntsville-isd.org. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We're building champions, everyone, every day.
Advantage Specialties is your one-stop shop for business promotional needs in Huntsville. Need a logo on a shirt, hat, or other piece of clothing? Advantage Specialties provides embroidery in-house. Embroidery in-house helps make the process fast and affordable. What about promotional products? Banners, signs? Advantage Specialties can help put your name on virtually anything. For custom in-house embroidery, promotional products, printing, and much more, check out AdvantageSpecialties.com. That's AdvantageSpecialties.com. Sting 'em, Hornets!
At CSCU, we want you to bank happy, spend smart, and live well. That's why we are so pleased to announce our newest service, Loan by Phone. If stopping by one of our offices won't fit into your busy schedule, you can still apply for a loan by giving us a call when it's most convenient for you. The application process is quick and easy, and upon approval, we can even send you the documents to sign electronically. The money can then be deposited in your account within 10 minutes. Call CSCU today. Member NCUA, all loans subject to credit approval. Membership eligibility required.
It's the Hornets Halftime Show, brought to you by Northside Baptist Church on 101.7 KSAM. Let's get back to the stadium with Brian Adams and Rob Hipp.
Welcome back, friends. We are live in Shenandoah, Texas. Beautiful facility here at Conroe ISD at Woodforest Bank Stadium. As we are just entering the Northside Baptist Church halftime, Cougars leading 16-14. Brian, it was a scoring frenzy there to start things. I thought this one may be a lot more scoring than we've seen. Huntsville putting up those 2 touchdowns in the first, but really Crosby has came out tonight, and they have showed why, just as the Hornets, they deserve to be here in this regional semifinal.
You don't get to this round unless you're a good football team with great athletes, and both teams are here, and they both have great athletes, and you're seeing it so far in this first half. The one thing that's concerning for me in regards to the Hornets is the fact that they've turned the ball over quite a bit in this first half, and that's something that coaches teach and preach at every level from junior high on up through the pros is turnover ratios. You have to win that battle, and so far the Hornets have not done that, but they've been able to keep this game very close. I mean, Crosby's only up by 2 points at halftime, but, again, Rob, we're going to have an exciting second half.
Now formed on the field as a 2020,
We will send it down to the field for your Huntsville Hornet Military Marching Band. Enjoy the sounds of the band.
This afternoon, the band will be performing Drag Me Down, Pretty Fly, and the Huntsville High School Fight Song.
And Brian, we'll actually take a break here, or we'll stay here. Just wanted to wait for them to get started. They usually take a little bit to get started. And let's send it down there now.
band is directed by John Green, David Holland, and Andy Twist. The band would like to thank our band boosters, corporate sponsors, administration, and the community for their continued support.
Well, right now it's halftime, and the Hornets are down by 2 points. Score is 16-14, and your Hornet Military Marching Band just put on a great halftime show here at Woodforest Bank Stadium in Shenandoah, Texas. Man, we have a great crowd. Weather is absolutely beautiful. Heck of a day for some playoff championship football. And, Rob, we got a wild one on our hands right now.
We do. 16-14 your score as the Cougars of Crosby, Texas on top. 17:29 to go here in the Northside Baptist Church halftime. We'll step aside and take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about that first half and more. Stay with us. This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Halftime is an anticipated part of any game. We get to see the mighty Hornet Military Marching Band. The team goes to the locker room. The coaches make corrections and tweak the game plan. And then it's back to the gridiron to finish the task and fight to get the mark in the win column. Church is a halftime for the soul. You can stretch. You can be refreshed. Friends, we will never change the game plan because Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. There's only one plan. It starts with Jesus and ends there. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening?
First Financial Bank knows how important a person's vehicle can be.
My SUV is perfect for taking clients to properties and me to the golf course.
My pickup hauls work supplies all week and the family on weekends.
My hybrid helps the environment and my fuel bill.
If you're ready for a new vehicle, talk to First Financial. We offer loans at competitive rates with fast local approval.
My 4x4 works hard, but plays even harder.
First Financial Bank. You first. Member FDIC.
All right, friends, welcome back. We are in Shenandoah, Texas tonight. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams from the Copeland Family Dentistry broadcast booth here in this regional semifinal matchup. The Huntsville Hornets trailing the Crosby Cougars 16-14. Brian, we're down to the final 16 teams here in Texas high school football. And this is everything that it's been built up to be so far this season.
No question about it. It just doesn't get any better than Texas high school football. The competition is just unbelievable. It's some great, great athletes. And here we are this lovely afternoon in Shenandoah, Woodforest Bank Stadium, watching a heck of a ball game between the Huntsville Hornets and Crosby Cougars. And right now the Hornets are down by 2 points. But prior to halftime, right before the final whistle, man, the Hornet defense did what they've been doing all year long, Rob, and they stuffed Crosby to keep them from punching it in. Big, big play there. So here we are. Got the second half coming up, and the Hornets need to put points on the board.
You know, we kind of talked about that last defensive stand by Huntsville. You just mentioned it's an area that the Huntsville Hornets have been so good at this season, is when those players get down there in that goal line. It's hard to go against this very tough and capable Hornet defense, and again, the Hornets stopping them. Brian, we were talking about it, saying, do you go for the field goal here? But the field goal really wouldn't have done much. It would have only put you up by 5. You go for the touchdown. I think that's the right call, but it's a hard call against the Hornet defense.
It is a hard call, but, think about the advantages if they punch it in. I mean, you just kind of drill the Hornets, and they lose all the kind of momentum going into halftime and things like that, and you're up big. But the Hornets did what they've been doing all year long and stuffed them, and that kind of put Crosby back on their heels. The one thing that the Hornets need to do in this second half, they have to do, it is a must, is that defensive secondary has got to play a little bit better football because there's too many wide receivers for Crosby getting open downfield. And those quarterback, that Dunn, he is a great athlete, and he can buy himself some time, which makes the coverage in the secondary break down, which leads to open receivers. And, man, he is starting to hit them in that second quarter.
Taking care of them here, 16-14. Crosby at the moment in the driver's seat, leading by 2, 13:45 remaining here at halftime. We'll step aside and take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about some of those scores in the first half, some of the highlights, and more. Stay with us, friends. This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Halftime is an anticipated part of any game. We get to see the mighty Hornet military marching band. The team goes to the locker room. The coaches make corrections and tweak the game plan. And then it's back to the gridiron to finish the task and fight to get the mark in the win column. Church is a halftime for the soul. You can stretch. You can be refreshed. Friends, we will never change the game plan because Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. There's only one plan. It starts with Jesus and ends there. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening?
First Financial Bank knows how important a person's vehicle can be.
My SUV is perfect for taking clients to properties and me to the golf course.
My pickup hauls work supplies all week and the family on weekends.
My hybrid helps the environment and my fuel bill.
If you're ready for a new vehicle, talk to First Financial. We offer loans at competitive rates with fast local approval.
My 4x4 works hard, but plays even harder.
First Financial Bank. You first. Member FDIC.
We're back live, friends, from the Copeland Family Dentistry broadcast booth here at halftime. About 12 minutes to go before we get things started in the third quarter. I'm Rob Hipp alongside the former Sam Houston State quarterback and Huntsville Hornet Brian Adams. Brian, Huntsville, they got their work cut out for them. This arguably is the toughest team they faced all season, maybe besides C.E. King. You can't forget about C.E. King. That was a very tough game, of course, in non-district play. But here tonight in the playoffs, when it's all on the line, this has turned out to be an epic game and a fun one up here to call.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, this is, these teams are very good. And it's you got 2 quarters left. And at the end of those 2 quarters, one of these teams is going home for the rest of the year. This is going to be a huge second half in this ball game. The Hornets, I tell you, they can win this ball game if they get back to what they've been doing all year long. Playing good, sound football, great defense, and you got to put points on the board, and they got to secure the football. If they can do those things, Rob, I look for a great second half for these Hornets.
Well, this Crosby team, a lot different than what Hornets have seen throughout this playoff run and really throughout district play as well. If you go back to last week, the Hornets, they were comfortable at halftime, 28-0. And in fact, Brian, I may be wrong, and correct me if I am, if you know otherwise, but I think this is the first time this season the Hornets have trailed at halftime.
It is, as a matter of fact. And this is going to test, this is going to test the Hornets. I mean, this is what football is all about. I mean, overcoming adversity, and that's what the Hornets are having to do. But let me tell you, the Hornets have a great coaching staff. They've been coached well, and they've got great athletes. I mean, historically, the Huntsville Hornets have always had great athletes, and there's no difference with this team here this afternoon. And again, Rob, if they could come out and play sound football, move the chains, keep the turnovers just none. They cannot afford to turn the ball over. It ought to be a great afternoon for them.
Well, again, we are live here in Shenandoah, Texas, 10:24 remaining at halftime. Cougars leading your Hornets 16-14. We'll go over some of that first half scoring summary as we came out of the gates, Brian. Huntsville took care of business on the defensive side right out of the gates, forcing Crosby to punt the ball away, but then the Hornets right away, Brian, they fumbled the football. That has been their nemesis in this ball game. They've put it on the ground 4 times. 2 times they've lost it.
Well, the 2 times they've lost it has cost them big. And again, that's something we talk about, turnover ratios. Again, not to keep being repetitive about it, but they teach you that at all levels, man. You've got to win the turnover battle. And so far in that first half, the Hornets did not. That is a huge disadvantage. But luckily for the Hornets, that defense has kept them within 2 points, so we got a heck of a ball game on our hands.
Well, we continue to look down as Crosby scoring on their second possession. It was a drive that started after that fumble by the Hornets on their own 21-yard line, or beg your pardon, on the Crosby starting on the Huntsville 21-yard line after the Hornets fumble. It was capped off by a 6-yard touchdown pass to Branch. We talk about Reggie Branch, listed as a senior quarterback, but he's out there as receiver. He can really do it all for this team. And Branch really taking care of business for Crosby in that first half, Brian.
Branch is very talented. I mean, he's got very quick feet. He's very fast. And, of course, he got done. We all knew him from last year. He did the same thing out here last year. I mean, he is very versatile, very fast. He sees the field. He sees downfield very well. And, man, Crosby's tough. I mean, they wouldn't be here if this wasn't a tough football team.
It was the second possession that they scored on. Crosby leading at that point at the 8:25 mark, 7-0. And then it was a punt by Huntsville, a Crosby 29-yard field goal at the 6:09 mark, leading 10-0. And then on that third possession, the Huntsville Hornets finally finding some daylight. And boy, did they ever find daylight, as A.J. Wilson aired one over to Jordan Woodbury.
Beautiful.
That was a 60-plus yard touchdown pass at the 5:21 mark. Huntsville pulled to within 3 at that moment.
No question about it. Woodbury's had a great first half. I mean, there's some highlights and then there's some lowlights that the Hornets need to overcome. They've had a lot of drop passes in that first half, and that has really been another Achilles heel for the Hornets. In big play situations, they've had drop balls that have forced them to punt the ball away. They cannot afford to do that in the second half. They've got to secure that football before they run, and if they do so, man, we're going to have a different half coming up.
On the fourth possession of the afternoon in that first half by Crosby, it was a drive that started on their own 9. Huntsville forcing a punt on that play. The ensuing possession for the Hornets, their fourth. That started out on the Crosby 34. It was a 3-yard touchdown pass to, again, Jordan Woodbury at the 1:54 mark in the first quarter. Huntsville led at that point 14-10. Woodbury, by the way, Brian, in that first half, 4 catches for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Outstanding. I mean, Woodbury's had a great year all year long, and you see how comfortable A.J. Wilson is throwing the long ball. There was one play, man, Cam Cole was wide. He wasn't wide open. He had a step on as a defender. The ball was a little bit underthrown. Man, if that ball would have been out another yard or 2, that would have been a huge play. But you see A.J. Wilson getting more and more comfortable. The O-line for Huntsville, they need to do a little bit better staying on their blocks, open up some running lanes for McLean to open up the passing game.
Jalen McLean, by the way, 8 carries for only 14 yards on the ground, 2 receptions for 22 yards. He has definitely got to find some more daylight, as he had some gaps, but then he's been pushed back a lot tonight as well. We continue to look down through. Hornets, those 14 points on the board right now, those only coming in the first quarter. They were shut out in the second quarter, and Crosby taking advantage as they scored again for the third time tonight. That was on their 7th possession in that second quarter at the 5:05 mark. It was a 32-yard touchdown pass. It went into the hands of Jalen Herman. The extra point, no good, 14-16. And then that big play, Huntsville fumbled it right away, right afterwards. And then Crosby started from their own 44-yard line. They got it all the way down to the 2-yard line, and that Stingham defense able to hold them on 4th and 1, turnover on downs.
Man, what a big play by that Hornet defense to stop them there on that 1-yard line. Big play there. Crosby is they're doing what Crosby does well. I mean, they have put a huge amount of points on their opponents this year, and the one thing that's kind of hurt Huntsville is when they break containment on that Hornet defense, the plays break down in the secondary, and they've been able to have some big plays there. But if Hornets can correct all that, again, you go in at halftime, break off into your groups, look at a little video, the coach talks to them about correcting this and that, Hornets going to come back, and it's going to be a different halftime.
Crosby, their 3 main playmakers, the quarterback, Danikas Dunn, of course, 15 of 23, 184 yards and 2 touchdowns this evening. Reggie Branch had 7 carries for 41 on the ground, 7 through the air for 56 yards and a touchdown. And Jalen Herman, 4 receptions, 63 yards and a touchdown. So you talk about those 3, that's who you got to keep your eye on as we get things started here in about 6 minutes in that third quarter.
Yeah, no question about it. I want to give a real quick shout-out to Hope Robinson. I understand you've hurt your ankle, and, man, I know you're just a diehard Hornet fan. We wish you a quick, speedy recovery. Also, it's been brought to my attention that there are a lot of the 1980 state championship Hornet football players in the stands watching this game today. We appreciate you guys, everything you've always done. We're glad you're here. We're glad all the fans have come here today. Man, we got a whale of a ball game on our hands here.
I was waving at them from up here, Brian. They can't.
I see them waving back.
There was 1 or 2, maybe.
See, look. See?
4:41 remaining here at halftime. Cougars lead 16-14. Just a final few tidbits of information before we go into that third quarter. Fort Bend Marshall defeating Nederland. Boy, did they defeat them ever, shutting them out 49-0. The winner of this contest will face Fort Bend Marshall next week. There's already been chatter that if the Hornets can hold on and get a victory here today, that we may be playing right back here for the 3rd consecutive week. And I want to thank Kim Loudenbank for providing us Loudenback, who was up here earlier. Kim,
super sweet lady.
She's in charge of facilities here at Conroe ISD. So, Kim, thank you for your generous hospitality and all of your wonderful staff. We had Gary last week and some new folks up here this week. Just a wonderful facility and a wonderful school district to be able to host these playoff games. We appreciate them.
No question about about it. They've rolled the welcome mat out to us, and we're so grateful to them. I mean, it's logistically for us, it's great. It's a 30-minute drive down I-45. Just a great facility to come and play such a high-caliber football game as we got going on here today. We want to thank them. And, again, thank everybody behind the scenes, the quarterback club. I mean, just the cheerleaders, the band, the GGs, everybody that, gives 110% for a great afternoon, man. We want to thank everyone.
Brian, don't brag about that drive too much because Nathan and I went home for Christmas, so it was almost a 3-hour drive for us. So thanks, Brian, for letting us know that it was only 30-something minutes for you.
It's only 30 minutes, man. It's a tough one.
Your score here at halftime as we wrap up the Northside Baptist Church halftime. Cougars of Crosby leading the Huntsville Hornets 16-14. We'll step aside and take a break. When we come back, it's the third quarter. Don't go anywhere, friends. We've got a very exciting second half coming up here on the all-new Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Halftime is an anticipated part of any game. We get to see the mighty Hornet military marching band. The team goes to the locker room. The coaches make corrections and you can stretch. You can be refreshed. Friends, we will never change the game plan because Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. There's only one plan. It starts with Jesus and ends there. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening?
First Financial Bank knows how important a person's vehicle can be.
My SUV is perfect for taking clients to properties and me to the golf course.
My pickup hauls work supplies all week and the family on weekends.
My hybrid helps the environment and my fuel bill.
If you're ready for a new vehicle, talk to First Financial. We offer loans at competitive rates with fast local approval.
My 4x4 works hard, but plays even harder.
First Financial Bank. You first. Member FDIC.
That's it for the Hornet Halftime Show, brought to you by Northside Baptist Church on 101.7 KSAM. Coming up next, the second half kickoff on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. You're listening to the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. KSAM Huntsville is 101.7 KSAM.
All right, friends, so welcome back. Third quarter action about to get underway. We are live in Shenandoah, Texas at Wood Forest Bank Stadium here at Conroe ISD facility. I'm Rob Pipp alongside Brian Adams, and the Hornets will receive to get things started in the third quarter. So, Brian, you know how you always say we like to receive it? This is one of those days where I say, hey, we like to receive it, but it's good that we're getting it here to start in the third.
No doubt about it. It's going to give a chance to give the offense first crack, and they need to take advantage of it. This is huge. This game, man, is the second half. And this is so important. They've got to get good field position, get a good return out of this, and get started on the right foot.
Now the kickoff on the way by Crosby. It's a booming kick in the sunshine. It will roll back into the end zone, and the Hornets will start first down and 10 from their own 25. We know how quick they move, so we're going to keep it right here, Brian.
No doubt about it. A.J. Wilson and company are going to get the first opportunity here in the second half, and I expect some more wide-open offense. They've got to secure the football, though, man. That is important. But first and foremost, they have to catch it before they run with it, and if they can do those things, correct the little mistakes they made in the first half, it will be an exciting second half.
Brian, you may have answered all the questions I was going to ask you. That's probably what Coach told him in this. You're a former player. You know how the coaches talk about it. Here we go. Under center now is Wilson. First down and 10 from their own 25. Wilson rolls to the left. Pass. This one is caught somehow as he threaded the needle to Quaterian Riles.
Wow.
A pickup of 6 yards. Boy, he had to get it right through the eye of that needle, and delivered it. He did to Q Riles.
What a pass and catch, and that ball was almost picked off there by Michael Ray, the senior wide receiver, strong safety. Man, that was close.
Brings up second down and 4 for Huntsville on their own 31 on the right hash, facing the sunshine. A handoff to Jalen McLean. Let's see who that was, Brian, as I thought he got pushed ahead across the 35. It was Jalen McLean, but he stopped a yard short at the 34.
Well, they've got the ball down on the third. Well, they're moving it back. Okay.
Well, Brian, I thought it was McLean. Ethan Casas was way out there near the 40. I thought that was McLean. I said, boy, McLean got real big all of a sudden. 3rd down and 1 for the Hornets from their own 34. A little bit of a blitz showing up front. Now backs off. J-Mac didn't get there, Brian. Well, he may have.
I think so.
That second effort, yep, he got the line. That's a first down on that second effort.
Wow, what good second effort there by McLean, man. They've got it marked right on the 35-yard line, and they're waving the chains. First down, Huntsville Hornets.
That's a Moke and Moke attorney at law. First down to the 35-yard line for Huntsville, trailing 16-14, 10:50 to go here in the city of Huntsville. Huntsville first, 3rd quarter. Wilson remains under center, 2 backs behind him. Sweet pitch over to McLean on the left side. McLean trying to spin it around across the 40 up to the 41-yard line. It's Jalen McLean, another 6-yard carry on first down.
Nice run there by McLean, but it looks to me like one of the Huntsville Hornets. Who is that? Comes up limping a little. Is that Jose Cruz? Nope. Ethan Casas. We just talked about him a minute ago. He is kind of limping. Big O lineman there for the Hornets.
Jordan Woodbury lines up as a lone Hornet down to the right. Wilson will remain under center. 2 backs behind him and an eye. It's another handoff to McLean. McLean cutting his way forward, spinning around. He's got the first down to the 50-yard line. Oh, mama, what a run by Jalen McLean.
Best run of the afternoon for Jalen McLean. That is something that they were unable to do in the first half, is run the football. They are moving the chains steadily on the ground, which, folks, will bring in the linebackers, which will open up those passes downfield.
And, Brian, notice every play, Wilson under center now. It looks like they've got that exchange in control. Showing a little bit of pressure up front here. Stepping back, Wilson looking to throw. Got a nice block in the back. Wilson to the left side. Throws this one up, heaves it over, and it's dropped long. That would have been a hard one as he had to look over his right shoulder. It's out of bounds and incomplete at the 25.
Well, that's tough. I mean, there was a defender right in A.J. Wilson's face, and he had to throw that ball sooner than he wanted to. Of course, threw it a little bit out of bounds, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Quaterian Riles is lining up as a back there with McLean in this eye. We've seen the same formation every single play of this drive, as Woodbury will remain the receiver down to the right.
Single coverage down low on Woodbury.
2nd down and 10 from the 50 for the Hornets, trailing. Wilson stepping back. Good protection. Wilson over right. This one is, it's caught again. It's Jordan Woodbury planting more trees. It's a 50-yard strike to Jordan Woodbury. Bring it on, baby. The Hornets strike first in the second half.
They read that perfectly. A.J. Wilson saw he was on man coverage, launched it over the field, down the middle. Big catch, Woodbury. Touchdown Hornets.
It's the 3rd reception of the night for Jordan Woodbury. It's a trophy case touchdown. Somebody better get those trophies printing back in Huntsville.
How about that? That's what the running game can do for you. If you're doing well there, it opens up the passing game.
We'll call it 50 yards to Jordan Woodbury on the trophy case touchdown. Here's the MRC Creekside extra point. It's a fake. It's a throw. It's a 2-point conversion. Thrown to Matt Long. Oh, mama, what a play.
How about that? Hello. Unbelievable. Great drive there by the Hornets, capped off by a 2-point conversion.
We'll step aside for 30 seconds. The trophy case, your destination for awards, custom gifts, apparel, and much more. Get that Hornet spirit gear at the trophy case. We'll be back in 30 on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Tracy Chappell, City of Huntsville's Main Street Manager. I want to encourage you to invest in our community, Huntsville First. Whether you visit an antique shop downtown or stop by your favorite food truck, every purchase you make here in Huntsville boosts our economy. Become a tourist in your own backyard. Get out and enjoy the great outdoors at Huntsville State Park or the Sam Houston National Forest. Visit one of our historic museums and enjoy the art and culture available right here in Huntsville. Remember, shop, eat, play. Huntsville First.
Back in action from Shenandoah, Texas. Huntsville coming out of the gate from their own 25-yard line. That drive capped off by a 50-yard touchdown pass, a strike from A.J. Wilson to Jordan Woodbury, then a 2-point conversion. The pass to Long, 22-16 your score. That is your on-the-move physical therapy and wellness scoring drive recap. Kickoff on the way, fielded at the 25, drilled backwards, Brian, but the forward progress will give the returnman the ball at the 26.
Folks, I'm telling you, that was a great pass and catch. Jordan Woodbury is having just the game of his life here this afternoon. unbelievable. I'm not sure what his total yards are yet in receiving, but they are over the century mark.
Well, Brian, he was around 90 there at halftime. Add 50 more to that, he's close to 150 on the day. 3 touchdowns.
That's incredible.
From their own 27-yard line, Crosby will start this drive trailing 22-16 as they move from right to left. Thrown here, incomplete at the ankles of the intended receiver. I believe it was Herman. That incomplete brings up 2nd down and 10. Brian, again, the sunshine is to the back of Crosby, so they've got that working for him if you're going down. The problem is when you turn around to catch.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. You're running it, who cares? You're passing it, that's the issue. You've got the sunshine when you've got to turn around. And the wind, that's almost not a factor. The flags are now almost laying with hardly any movement at all.
That's right. That sun has dropped down low, so that's going to be in those wide receivers' eyes when they look.
2nd and 10, done to the left side. He'll heave this one over to the left side. Has 2 receivers down there. It's up and caught at the 15.
Unbelievable.
2 receivers were down there, and 2 backs were on him, and somehow Kirkwood able to haul that one in as he had defenders all in his face, draped over him, and still made the catch.
I mean, Dunn just threw a prayer as far as he could. How in the world Crosby came up with that catch is beyond me. Huge play there by Crosby
Cougars. In the red zone, Jared Ortega was the defender. 1st down, and a flag flies, and a false start here against Crosby. Brian, and you go back and talk about Kirkwood. Kirkwood he's made an impact on big plays tonight. He's caught several of those big, long passes, Brian.
Yeah, he's had a heck of a ball game here this afternoon, no doubt about it, for Crosby.
So the ball will go back 5 yards on a false start to the 18-yard line. Brian, that pass was all the way up to the 13, but after the 5-yard false start penalty, goes back here to the 18. 8:43 remaining here in the city of Huntsville. Huntsville first, 3rd quarter, 22-16. Crosby trailing. They've got the ball. Fake handoff. No, it is a handoff. Branch goes down in the backfield. Nowhere to go for Branch. Calvin Simmons says, how about that, big baby?
Calvin Simmons dropping for a 12-yard loss on that play. Huge defensive stance. Unbelievable.
Goes back to the 25-yard line. Calvin Simmons with a great tackle brings up 3rd down and 22 for Crosby. 8:10 to go here in the 3rd, trailing 22-16. Boy, Brian, Huntsville can just change it up on a flip of a dime.
Man, I'm just telling you, this is unbelievable.
Dunn in the gun, puts a man in motion, fakes the handoff to that man, looking, passing right side over center. This one bounced up. They want a flag. I don't think they should get it, Brian, because he ran into the Huntsville defender, and there is no flag.
Well, if there's going to be a flag, Terrian Riles just got pulled down from behind. I mean, right in front of the white hat. Unbelievable.
Well, thankfully, no flag. And, yeah, it was incomplete to Siren Miles, the sophomore. 3rd down and 22, 7:51 to go here in the 3rd. Huntsville leading 22-16. The Cougars, though, trying to threaten, but a couple of penalties have backed them up. Well, one penalty backed them up, and then a couple of big plays back there.
Huge play here, Rob.
Here we go. 3rd down and a long 22. They've got to throw it back to Huntsville to get that 1st down, and Crosby's going to step aside, though. They're going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them for 30 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Tracy Chappell, City of Huntsville's Main Street Manager. I want to encourage you to invest in our community, Huntsville First. Whether you visit an antique shop downtown or stop by your favorite food truck, every purchase you make here in Huntsville boosts our economy. Become a tourist in your own backyard. Get out and enjoy the great outdoors at Huntsville State Park or the Sam Houston National Forest. Visit one of our historic museums and enjoy the art and culture available right here in Huntsville. Remember, shop, eat, play. Huntsville First.
We're back here at Woodforest Bank Stadium live from the Copeland Family Dentistry broadcast booth. This season brought to you by our good friends at First Financial Bank. Here in this 3rd quarter, 7:51 remaining. Huntsville leading 22-16. Big 3rd down here for Crosby. Huntsville trying to hold him from the Hornet 22. Rolling to the left. Looking, passing over, this one up. Oh, it's broken up. Incomplete at the goal line. How about that? Jared Ortega gave away the big play earlier. He said, I'm going to redeem myself. Knocked it away. Incomplete at the goal line.
And now what's you going to do, Crosby? You've got a 4th and miles. It looks like they've brought on their kicker, and he is a heck of a kicker with the wind at his back.
It's a 49-yarder. No, well, look, they move it back, too. It's a 47-yard attempt here. And that win, Brian, as you said, it has picked up now. Kickoff on the field goal on its way. Brian, this one maybe too far to the left. It's no good. Field goal, no good. We'll keep it right here. Hornets defense stinging them, slamming them, and holding them again here in the third.
Well, the Hornets gave up that big pass play, but, man, when it got down to that red zone, it was all of that huge Hornet defense. Pushed them back, along with some help on some penalties. My goodness, Hornet offense takes the field. Time to move the chains and put more points on that board.
Leading right now by only 6, 22-16. A great possession back a few minutes ago for the Hornets. Leading 22-16, 7:40 to go. As Woodbury will line up as the lone Hornet to the right. Same formation that we've seen. Pitch out over to McLean. And McLean, this time, they read it beautifully. Only a gain of 1 on the left side.
McLean, there was a pitch to his left side. It was kind of a sweep, and he was never able to turn it upfield, only picking up 1 yard on that carry.
Clock running, under 7:20 to go here in the city of Huntsville. Huntsville first, third quarter. 23 on the play clock. Woodbury will line up as the receiver to the right. He got the sunshine in his face. Second down and 9 for the Hornets from their own 26. In motion is Long. Nice trickeration play. Handoff McLean. Ping pong, bouncing his way forward across the 30 to the 32-yard line.
Man, this is a different running back than what he was in the first half. He's finding lanes. That big O-line for Hornets are opening up some lanes for McLean to find, and he's starting to find them.
They picked up enough to make it 3rd down and 3. That ball right in between the hash marks now. Wilson will go to the gun for the first time in this second half. Passing over the flats to Long. Long has it. Long has the first down as he goes to the 45-yard line. Oh, what a play by Long.
Great catch by Matt Long. Perfect timing. Hit him right in his numbers, and he's able to move those chains. Big, big play there for the Hornets.
It's a Moke attorney at law. First down. Matt Long has been a difference maker in this ball game, completing critical passes and plays to help his team continuing to advance. He'll line up his 2 receivers to the left, Woodbury down to the right. Long back in motion from the 42. Wilson looking, throwing. Oh, man, that one somehow it bounced around.
Tipped.
It was tipped up, and McLean came down with it, and they're going to give it to him back at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, my
goodness. I was
goodness.
scared, Brian.
I was, too. That ball was batted down right into McLean's hands.
Oh, man.
Picks up 1 yard on that, but, man alive, I thought that was going to be picked off.
It's one of the rare times that you'll see a defensive player get through that Hornet big line up front. Somehow broke through, batted it up in the air. McLean came down with it, and Brian, through all that, McLean actually gained a yard.
That's amazing. Man, that is the tip drill at its finest right there.
Second down and 9. 2 receivers to the left. Wilson in the gun. McLean is back to the right from the 43. Wilson looking, throwing over center. This one incomplete. Not sure what happened there. Maybe a misroute as he was looking to Cam Cole, but Cam never came across the center of the field.
Well, it looked like it was Woodbury and kind of a mix-up on patterns there is what it looked like. He had the big 6'6" tight end running down the seam, and Woodbury ran into him. Not sure what was happening there.
Yeah, it was Chris Smith down. Here we go, 5:49 to go. 3rd down and 9 for the Hornets from their own 43 on the right hash mark, leading 22-16. Wilson in the backfield in the gun. Howard in motion. Wilson looking in the flat, throws it, and drilled immediately. Nowhere to go. As the defense read that play beautifully to Jalen McLean. Brian, I'm not sure the play under center had been working. They switched things up, trying to shake Crosby a little bit, and Crosby able to read these last few plays.
What a great play there by, looked like Randolph Hubbard. He ran that pass out in the flats, read it perfectly, and just stuffed him for a huge loss, forcing the Hornets to punt the ball. This has been another kind of a area they need to work on, the sense of urgency to get that ball and punt it off.
4th down punt on the way. This one did get up. High spiraling punt, a little bit short though, Brian, and it'll backpedal back in favor of Crosby and fielded at the 37. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Crosby has the ball when we come back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Whataburger's new spicy chicken sandwich isn't covered in any fiery sauces or crazy hot toppings. Just cool, fresh-cut veggies and mayo to tame the heat. So, where then does the spice come from? Well, the all-white meat chicken is marinated and then fried to a tender crisp. So really, this spice comes from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
Crosby from their own 36, pass over to the left side to Reggie Branch. Branch still on his feet, trying to cross the 40, and finally manhandled out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A lot of bouncing going on. Ty Matthews and Jared Ortega in on that tackle. It's a gain of 3, brings up 2nd down and 7 for Crosby, trailing 22-16 with 4:43 to go here in the third.
Well, that was really a good play there by Crosby, the run after the catch, because it looked like he was going to be stopped for a loss, and he was able to shake a couple of tacklers, pick up a few yards.
Brian, I'm not noticing much urgency here by Crosby, though. They're taking their time, getting back to the line, and they're running a lot of clock off here, valuable clock. Even though we're in the third, you got to manage time and be careful here. Branch will line up over to the right in the flats. A little bit of a broken play. Dunn, though, aired over the left side. Up. This one is caught at the 15. Another aired pass caught at the 15-yard line, and hauling it down is Irvin Page. I thought it was a broken play, and somehow Dunn found Page all the way down into Hornet territory inside the 10.
I mean, Dunn is eaten alive the Hornet secondary on these big pass plays. Unbelievable.
He punt faked over the right, looked, and just aired this one. They don't get any better than that. And here on this play, that was a keeper there by, I'm trying to see who that was, Brian. It was a keeper by Dunn as they quickly got back into motion here, got it down to the 5-yard line. So it's a 2nd down and goal from the 5.
Yeah, as time ticks on, the shadows are creeping on the field, and that's where the teams are right now. They're in the shadows, and Crosby's threatening.
A score here would tie the ball game. Crosby has it. Dunn stepping back, looking, throwing, left side wide open. Oh, did he drop it?
Goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Reggie Branch was wide open and dropped the ball in the end zone. It was a little underthrown, but he still could have hauled it in, and he dropped it.
Oh, man. Branch was all by himself in the end zone, and you will never see him drop another one like that one. Wow.
Now 3rd down and goal from the 5. 3:28 to go here in the City of Huntsville third quarter. Huntsville first. Dunn getting the play call from his coaching staff on the left side. The coaching staff standing in those shadows. The shadows starting to pour over the field now. Long shadows here. 3rd down and goal from the 5. Dunn in the gun, looking. Over on the left hash mark. He'll tuck and run. Dunn's got daylight. Dunn's going to go in and score. Touchdown, 5-yard scramble.
Well, that's, again, you lose containment on that quarterback. He is that fast and that talented, and he's going to make you pay. And he did right there.
We're tied up at 22 apiece. Trevor Helberg's extra point kick would give him a 1-point advantage with 3:23 remaining. The holder is Womack. Critical extra point here. The hold down, kick up on its way, and easily good. Cougars take a 1-point advantage, 23-22. We'll be back in 30 on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas from Adams Furniture. That's right, folks. It's Christmas time. We're having a huge Christmas sale. How about a Lazy Boy? $3.99 for a recliner, $4.99, $5.99. They're all in stock, ready for immediate delivery. Listen, come in right now. We have a big mattress sale going on. We're the largest mattress dealer in Huntsville. How about Tempur-Pedic? How about Sealy? Listen, we also have a bed. You buy the queen-size mattress, we'll give you an adjustable base for free. Remember, that's Adams Furniture at 75 North and 10th Street, or shop online at shopadams.com.
Back in Shenandoah, Texas, Woodforest Bank Stadium, here in the Copeland Family Dentistry broadcast booth. Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams. 3:23 remaining in the City of Huntsville third. Cougars take a 1-point advantage, 23-22. It was a drive that started on their own 36, capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run on the keeper by Dunn. 23-22. And Brian, really two big passing plays, or a big passing play there, made that one possible.
Crosby's done that several times this afternoon and been successful every time they've done it. And the Hornets have to figure a way to stop that from happening.
Helberg set to kick this one away from his own 40. Woodbury and White back to receive. Kickoff on the way. A booming kick here, and this one will sail into the end zone. White will let it roll. We'll keep things right here as the Hornets will have it for the 11th time tonight, trailing 23-22.
I want to go ahead and give a quick message out by the UIL. 5A, 6A football. Don't miss the 5A and 6A UIL football state championships this January. For more information, visit uiltexas.org.
From the 25, the Hornets will have to work with 3:23 remaining here in the third.
This is a critical set of downs for the Hornets. They did great a while ago, last possession, moving the chains, but they came up empty on points. They have got to put points on the board.
Pass in the flat, Cam Cole. Cam trying to wiggle his way through defenders. Got hit hard near the 30-yard line, and Brian, luckily, that makes you nervous. He was able to hold on to the ball up to the 29, a 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down and 6 after the pass.
Well, they cannot afford a turnover here in the second half. They've got to secure that football because they're going to be going at it, trying to strip it, pull it out, do everything they can to create a turnover.
So it is 2nd and 6, 2:55 remaining. Huntsville has it on the right hash mark. Wilson in the gun. Delayed handoff over to Woodbury. Jalen McClain, and McClain stopped. They figured out this run.
Yeah, well, he still picked up 3 yards, so.
And they gave him 2, so 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Big 3rd down here for the Hornets.
23-22, Crosby leading, Huntsville trailing, 2:30 to go here in the third. The Hornets taking a little bit of time to get set here. Wilson in the gun, standing on the 26. McClain, the running back, set to the left. Wilson shaking, defender coming behind him. Wilson's got to get rid of it. Brian, he's going to throw. Right side, he's got a man down there. It's Cam Cole, and way overthrew him. Brian, I hate that because, boy, if AJ would have kept running, he would have had the first down, Brian. He didn't know he was that close to the marker.
Well,
incomplete.
You know what? You had Jordan Woodbury open down here on the field, and you had a couple of Hornets open downfield. Yeah, unfortunate that they're having to punt the ball away, give it back to Crosby, but they've got to stop Dunn from scrambling around and finding that wide open receiver 50 yards downfield.
Avilar set to punt this one away, standing on his own 19. Boy, tough one there for the Hornets. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little trickeration come up here, Brian, at this point. And it is trickeration. It is a pass to the right, and it's incomplete. No, was it complete, Brian? Oh, no! Did he catch it? Hold on, no, they said it hit the ground, and it was incomplete. That's a tough break for the Hornets. Oh, man, as Bun Shelley thought he had the first down, the Hornets sideline is upset, and the officials say that ball hit the ground.
I thought you had 2 officials, one say it hit the ground and one say it was a catch, but apparently not. Unfortunate break there for the Hornets. If he'd had a little more on it, oh my goodness. All right, Hornet defense, we've been talking about you all year long. This is your time right here.
11th possession for Crosby. They will start on the Hornet 32. I like the call, though, Brian. I really do.
Well, he was open. I mean, for a brief time, but you got to hit him.
We'll step aside. I'm going to take a break here from our end as we hear a message from the UIL. Stay with us.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Texas who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Well, we had to get that spot in there, and Brian, I hate that we got to get our spots in, but my goodness, you just missed it here on the radio. Brian Bambino threw back Crosby for a loss on a play. Here's a pass over to Branch on the left side. Branch, he slammed down at the 25-yard line by Jaden Ross, short of the first down by a few. That'll bring up 3rd down, Brian, and about 2 here. Crosby in great field position. They started this drive from the Hornet 32, and 1:13 remaining here in the third. It's 3rd down and 2 from the Hornet 24 for Crosby.
Oh, man, this is big right here. Crosby is doing what they need to do. They're moving the football.
Dunn in the gun, passing left side, wide open, caught there, and finally brought it out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Boy, that player was wide open, Kirkwood.
Yeah.
First down.
You know, we haven't been on our side of the 50 in this whole second half. And it's been all Crosby offense so far here in this second half.
Dunn in the shotgun. Now in the red zone on the Hornets 16. Two receivers to the right. Dunn looking. Scanning, still. Good protection here. Starting to break down. Dunn will throw this one up. Somehow finds Reggie Branch. Branch across the 20, still on his feet, spinning around, and finally upended at the 13. My goodness, Dunn, you talked about they've got to figure out a way to stop Dunn when he scrambles. He completes passes, I think, better when he's scrambling.
Well, and that's part of the problem. He did this against the Hornets last year. He's a very talented athlete, and when he scrambles and buys himself time, the coverage in the secondary breaks down, and he's been able to pick them apart here this afternoon.
9 seconds, the clock ticking down, and that will do it for the city of Huntsville. Third quarter, fourth quarter action coming up. Brought to you by Daiquiri BB Abbey Realty. We'll take a minute. We'll be back in a moment on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Fat Boys Pizza. Fresh, hand-tossed pizza. Daily lunch and dinner specials. The Meat Buster. Supreme Special. The famous baked potato pizza. Chicken bacon ranch. Buffalo chicken. Cauliflower pizza, and more. Fat Boys Pizza. How about the best wings in the world? Baked, not fried. At Fat Boys Pizza in Riverside. 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Check them out on Facebook at Fat Boys Pizza Riverside. Fat Boys Pizza. Fat Boys Pizza. Fat Boys Pizza. A proud supporter of Hornet football. Sting 'em.
The holiday season is here, and that means Wiesner of Huntsville's holiday savings event is too. Come check out these great deals at Wiesner of Huntsville, like a Chevy Traverse for only $25,345, or a Chevy half-ton crew cab for only $28,986. Want something a little smaller? Get a 2020 Chevy Equinox for $20,986, or a Chevy Trax for $16,986. These deals won't last long, so hurry down for Wiesner of Huntsville's holiday savings event, or shop us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com.
Daiquiri Baby Abbey Realty, fourth quarter coming up. Bring home the win with Daiquiri Baby Abbey Realty. As Crosby will now move from left to right. They've got the ball, second down and 6 from the Hornet 12. Dunn looking, right side up. It's caught. It's Branch, and Branch still gutting his way forward. He's got a first down at the 2-yard line.
Big pass play there by Crosby. I mean, they are doing what they have to do. And they pick up a first down, and, man, the pressure is on this Hornet defense.
First down and goal from the 2. Dunn looking, left side, has a man wide open, dives forward. Brian, did he get in? He may have been stopped just inches shy.
Yeah, no, he's just short. Man, oh, man.
Just short, not in there. There's second down and goal from the 1, pushing forward, touchdown Dunn.
Well, you got to give Crosby credit. I mean, they're just their offense is clicking on all cylinders so far in this second half. The Hornets are going to have to come out offensively and move the ball and put points on the board. There's just no question about it.
29-22. Crosby leading here, a chance to make it well, it's still a one-possession game, Brian, because if they kick the extra point and it goes through, there is an injured player down there, though.
Well, that's done for Crosby, and he is limping heavily. He can't even put weight on his right ankle.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
Boy, you sure do.
So the extra point here would make it a 8-point game. Crosby 29, Hornets 22, 11:27 to go, just underway here in the fourth. Hellberg set to the extra point. This one is up, and it is deflected. No good, Brian. No good.
Wow.
Oh, man, what a play.
Unbelievable.
Keeps it a 7-point ball game.
Unreal.
Wow.
Hornets got a hand on that, deflected that extra point. The kick was no good. Oh, man. Here we go.
Brian. Oh, man.
Oh, man, what a crazy ball game we have here.
We're going to keep things right here as we know they're moving quickly to get back over there. Again, your score, 29-22. The extra point was tipped a while ago, the extra point kick, and it was no good. So that keeps it a 7-point game for Crosby. Brian, a lot of folks helping to make this season and these playoff games possible.
No question about it. I want to thank Advantage Specialties. Advantage Specialties is your one-stop shop for business promotional needs in Huntsville, and the Huntsville Hornet Quarterback Club. Feel the stings and hit solutions. We bring you home City of Huntsville, Huntsville First, and Daiquiri BB Abbey Realty, Huntsville Real Estate Expert.
Appreciate it. We are in that Daiquiri BB Abbey Realty fourth quarter. Let's bring home a win. Bring it home with Daiquiri BB Abbey Realty. A lot of folks joining us. Shelly Armstrong, thanks for being on our social media channels, as well as Nicole Dorsey Paul, listening from Simmons City. Good to have you on this afternoon as well.
Well, we want to give a shout-out to some ex-Hornets out there, Wayne Davis, Charlie Davis, Mark Adams, Mike Riley, Herb Jordan, all you guys. Appreciate you guys coming out and listening to this ball game.
These coaches are still just kind of hanging out on the field,
I
man.
know, man.
I mean, he's on the field right there, standing on the field while the kickoff happens. This one is fielded, short kick at the 30. Huntsville with room. Oh, mama, across the 50 to the 40. One to beat. This one is going to the house, mama. It's Huntsville Hornets. Touchdown.
Unbelievable.
Woo! Ty Matthews brought it to the house. Yes, baby.
How about that? How about that? Unreal.
Ty Matthews found a hole and ripped right through it.
I mean, you are not going to stop that young man. I mean, he was gone.
We'll call it, Brian, from up here about it was 70-yard return on the kickoff for the touchdown. Here's the critical extra point kick by Christian Avilar to tie it up at 29 apiece.
Wow.
Avilar with the sunshine to his back, the shadows covering most of the goal. The hold down, the kick on its way, and we are tied. There is a flag. There is a flag, though, there at the 2.
Unbelievable, folks. What a kickoff return.
Well, that's your trophy case touchdown by Ty Matthews. Let's see what this flag is, though, Brian.
Well, I don't know, but you got both head coaches out on the field wanting answers. Both of them have their hands on their hips. What is the call?
Well, waiting on it.
False start, Hornets.
Well, they'll have to kick it again.
Boy, they are fancy for false starts, these refs. Let me tell you, unbelievable.
Brian's up here getting worked up tonight. Brian, we can have a little bit of fun up here, man. Oh, mama, what a play. So that'll move it back here, Brian, to where's this line of scrimmage at now? I can't even see where they've got it lined up there. It's from the 8, so that'll make it a 25-yard attempt. Avilar, hold down, kick up on its way, and the same result. We're tied at 29 apiece. The trophy case, your destination for awards, custom gifts, apparel, and much more. Get that Hornet Spirit gear at the trophy case. We'll step aside for 30. This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hey, how are y'all? This is Daiquiri BB with Abbey Realty. Communication is key when it comes to a successful real estate transaction. Putting my clients first and helping them through the entire process is my passion. I know the neighborhoods in our community and those who live in them. I serve and volunteer with numerous organizations because I value Huntsville. You may have seen the I Heart Huntsville interviews or read my articles in the paper. I'm Daiquiri BB with Abbey Realty, and I'd be honored to be your next real estate professional. Sting 'em, Hornets!
Well, moments ago, it was a kickoff by Crosby. After they had a touchdown run, the keeper by Dunn, the extra point kick was tipped. That made it a 7-point advantage. And then on the ensuing kickoff return, a 70-yard return by the Hornets, Ty Matthews, and we are tied up at 29 apiece with 11:17 to go here in the fourth quarter. That is your On the Move physical therapy and wellness scoring drive recap. Avilar set to kick this one away. The wind has died down again. It's to his back. The kickoff is on its way. This is a short one over to the right side, Brian. It'll be fielded around the 21-yard line. Return across the 30, and ankle tackle, touchdown saving tackle there at the 32. Give Cam Cole the credit, but there's a flag in the backfield.
Great tackle by Cam Cole. Unbelievable. He grabbed him by the ankle and pulled him down, or that would have been a huge return.
Brian, there was a flag back there in the backfield.
Yep. Dropped it right on the 25.
Holding on Crosby.
How about that? Wow.
I know I keep spinning around, but I mean, do you get to live on the field if you're a coach?
I don't know. Man, I got to tell you, that tackle by Cam Cole, oh, man, what a great tackle, Cam.
Brian, is there a penalty if the play has started and you're standing on the field as a coach?
Well,
because I've counted 2 or 3 plays where their coaching staff was actually standing on the field when the ball was snapped.
Where you're supposed to be off the field by about 2 yards. See where the big white stripe is? That's where you're supposed to be. Why they're not? I don't know, man.
I mean, I've seen several plays where they were standing on the field when the ball was snapped. Well, that'll move it back here. First down for Crosby. They'll start it from their own 15, moving from left to right. Sunshine in the face. We got a new quarterback. It is Reggie Branch.
And he's
Branch
down.
is slammed down. Oh, bam, Bambino, baby.
Big 99. Ed Bambino says, man, get out of here with that.
That's a heart-filled Flores sack, and why not? Let's throw in, how about a Nelson Amaya Collision Center big hit of the game on that one. That's another big-time play by Bambino.
Well, the talented senior Dunn for Crosby, who made so many big plays, is hurt, and they got a new quarterback in.
2nd and 14 from the 11. Branch will roll to the right. Branch facing some power and throws it, upending Amonte Wilson with the reception, but he's tackled immediately at the 8-yard
Big
line.
Tank White, number 5, says, man, you're not going to get another yard. Great play, Tank. Boy, the Hornet defense is awake and playing some football.
Tank White on the stop. It's 3rd down and 17. 10-19 to go. Crosby and Hornets all tied up, 29 apiece here in Shenandoah, Texas. Branch in the gun on the right hash mark from his own 8. 2 receivers to either side. Snap directly back to him. Branch looking. He falls down, still able to stay up, and then it's a sack in the backfield, this time by Brian Bambino.
Double nickel. Brian Bambino stayed at home, dropped him for a loss, and it is 4th and a mile for Crosby.
Brian Bambino running off, the sunshine on his side. He is all happy tonight. And the Hornets defense stopping them here. 4th down and 17 coming up for Crosby. They're going to call on their special teams unit.
Well, they got Jordan Woodbury back for the Hornets. He is dangerous. He is a very dangerous return man, and the Hornets are going to have the ball in good shape here.
Got to hold on to it. 9:24 remaining. They'll punt this one from inside that goalie box. Punt up on its way. It's a short one, Brian. It'll take a roll, and Woodbury will field it to the left side across the 35. Excellent field position coming up. We'll be back in 30 on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hey, how are y'all? This is Daiquiri Beebe with Abbey Realty. Communication is key when it comes to a successful real estate transaction. Putting my clients first and helping them through the entire process is my passion. I know the neighborhoods in our community and those who live in them. I serve and volunteer with numerous organizations because I value Huntsville. You may have seen the I Heart Huntsville interviews or read my articles in the paper. I'm Daiquiri Beebe with Abbey Realty, and I'd be honored to be your next real estate professional. Sting 'em, Hornets!
Hornets from the Crosby 35 on the left hash mark. Wilson under center. Woodbury in motion. Pitch sweep over to McLean. McLean to the right side, trying to angle his way back across the original line of scrimmage. And McLean gets back to that line. Well, they're going to mark him a yard short, Brian. Wow.
Great defense there by Crosby. They just stretched the play out. McLean couldn't turn up field, so they lose a yard on that. But, man, this is critical. This is critical. The Hornets got the ball in Crosby territory. They've got to take advantage of it on this drive.
8:48 to go here in this Daiquiri BB fourth quarter from the 36 of Crosby. Wilson under gun. One receiver is Woodbury to the left. It's a delayed handoff, this time to Tank White, and Tank White, oh man, put the wheels on, he's still on his feet across the 20, spinning his way down inside the red zone. Tank White bringing the ammunition this afternoon.
Tank White is unbelievable. That young man will light you up, and he is running folks over.
That's a Moke attorney at law at the 18-yard line, now inside that Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone.
What a play, what a run by Tank White.
That's a Whataburger, what a play candidate for sure. Wilson under the gun from the 18 of Crosby. Oh, they fumble it, Brian. Oh, no.
Unbelievable.
Wilson runs right into McLean. They smack each other in the head. They fumble it, and Crosby picks it up. It's the 3rd fumble recovered of the afternoon.
Man, there's that turnover ratio we talk about. Unbelievable. Folks, we've got a tie score, 29-29 rather, and the Hornets just coughed up the football.
Yeah, and coughed it up deep in their own red zone.
Wow.
Well, Crosby now has some momentum. They'll start from their own 20, facing the sunshine, moving from left to right on the right hash mark. As Branch the quarterback, we saw Dunn go out with an ankle injury earlier. Branch stepping back, looking, throws this one, airs it over the right side, looking for his defender. It's bounced around and incomplete. The refs are letting them play, and I like that, Brian.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, there's all kind of grabbing going on down there. Ethan Miner, great job on the coverage on that play.
It was
Wow.
Irvin Page, who had a big haul in earlier in this ball game, and he was not able to hold on to it. I love that no call. Can we please keep them going like that?
Yeah, there's some of this. I like the play and let them play deal, but when you see some stuff like holding and things like that, man, you got to call.
Second down and 10 from the 20. Crosby looking. It's Branch. Branch has daylight across the 25, still on his feet, spinning around the 30, finally brought down at the 35-yard line. It was an ankle tackle by Ty Matthews at the 31. They should move it up to the 35, and they do. First down.
Wow.
Each team only has 2 timeouts remaining. They've both burned through one. 7:44 remaining here in the fourth. We're tied at 29 apiece in this regional semifinal winner-go-home ball game. 16 teams in the state remain in the playoffs. The winner here will go on to face Fort Bend Marshall in the final. Pass over right side. Up high, caught Herman, and Herman, the forward progress will get him at the 40-yard line. Somehow, Brian able to ladder his way up for a 5-yard reception.
Well, you know what? That was a great pass and catch. I mean, you got your defenders off the wide receivers about 5 yards, and that's what that play was, 5-yard catch. Man, oh man, time is getting critical. This is a big series down for these Hornet defenders.
7:04 remaining here in the Daiquiri BB Abbey Realty fourth quarter. It's second down and 5 for the Cougars of Crosby, Texas. On their own 40 on the right hash mark. Branch with the sunshine in his eye rolls to the right, trying to get a block from up front. He's not going to get anything. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. Nice push up there by Bun Shelley and company, holding him back. And maybe, Brian, they're actually going to take him back a yard.
Yeah, it looks like
they'll move it to they'll keep it there.
Yeah, no, they kept it there. It looked like for a second they were going to move him back a yard. Man, critical play here for Crosby. 3rd and 5. Big play here for this Hornet defense.
Well, the Hornets have done it time and time again. None other critical than this one right now. 3rd down and 5. 6:21 remaining in the fourth quarter. Hornets with 4 up front. Crosby trailing from their own 40. Branch to the right. Heaves one up over the air. This one is caught. It's ball, man. What a catch.
They gave it to him, too.
He did, Brian. He caught that. I wanted to say Randolph Hubbard, I believe, the reception there, if I had that right, and he miraculously kept his feet in bounds. That is a heads-up play for the first down at the 49.
That is a heck of a catch there by Crosby. My goodness.
They'll actually move it up to the 48-yard line. So now in Hornet territory, 6:09. Clock stopped for now. Not sure why he stayed in bounds. Maybe they did push him out there. They pushed him out the last minute, Brian. First down and 10. Branch in the gun. He'll keep it here to the right side on the carry, stiff-arming his way. No, he slammed out of bounds. He thought he was going to get across, and Ty Matthews said, I'm not going to have it. Got him up to the 39-yard line. It was a healthy run, though, on the keeper on first down. Brings up second down and a manageable 3.
Well, still, that was a great run there on first down by Branch. I mean, if you go 7 yards, I mean, that is you're going to keep moving the chains. You average those kind of yards.
5:42, clock running. We're tied at 29 apiece. Crosby with the football, second down and 3. Reggie Branch, the quarterback, Brian.
The Hornets need a big play. They've got a team full of playmakers. They need one right now.
Branch calling for it, has the snap back, pump fakes to his left, now rolls to the right. He's got daylight in between the hash marks, bouncing his way and finally upended at the 33-yard line. Another first down for the Cougars. Oh, he's learning how to scramble now, Brian.
Well, he is. Again, that's that containment, you know. The offensive line for Crosby's doing a great job.
So up to the Hornet 33-yard line. Crosby moving the chains. 5 minutes to go here in the Daiquiri BB Abbey Realty fourth quarter.
Boy, that fumble by A.J. Wilson and Tank White a while ago may be just monstrous.
Ball resting on the right hash mark. Crosby taking all sorts of time here. They've only got 5 seconds on the play clock. They're in no rush to get this one off.
And they're trying.
Branch doesn't even pay. He doesn't even know, and they're going to have to burn their timeout. That is critical, Brian, because they only had 2 timeouts. Now they're down to 1 timeout remaining. We'll take it with them for 30 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Huntsville ISD is the best place for children to be. We offer a full-day pre-K center to advanced career and college options, along with a variety of extracurricular activities and award-winning fine arts, band and athletics programs, an excellent child nutrition and bus transportation services, bilingual ESL and GT programs, special education services, and a career and technical education program that provides multiple certification and licensing options for students. Visit huntsville-isd.org. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We're building champions, everyone, every day.
Welcome back from the Copeland Family Dentistry broadcast booth. I'm Rob Hipp. Another exciting game here this season presented by First Financial Bank. We are tied up 29 apiece, 4:43 remaining. Crosby threatening, though. They are down to the Hornet 33-yard line. Brian, in that break, we were saying, you got to take that timeout off the board, and they finally did.
Yeah, no
One
doubt.
remaining.
Crucial for this Hornets secondary to stay with your man. I know that's difficult to do, but that's where you've been getting eaten up today. Stay on your man with good coverage.
1st and 10 for Crosby from the Hornet 33. It's a keeper by Branch, and this time Bobino and his teammates say you're not going to get it through. Brian, the double nickel, was down there alongside Ed and Brian, taking him down and standing him tall. No gain. Original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Big play there by the Hornet, two big Bobino brothers up front. Telling you, they're going to probably try to. You got 2nd and 10, Rob. In these situations, man, these is when you kind of go for it downfield.
It's a packed house here for how much it can be packed.
Packed
Huntsville
house,
side,
no
Crosby
doubt.
side. Both of these communities supporting their teams and their kids. 2nd down and 10 for Crosby from the 33. Pass over right side. It's broken up and it's incomplete. Boy, there it is again. Ethan Miner making big plays. Breaking up passes, incomplete. Was thrown a little bit high, but Ethan Miner still putting the pressure there.
Great coverage there by Ethan Miner, number 7 there for the Hornets, batting that ball down. 3rd and 10 for Crosby. Folks, I think this may be probably one of the biggest plays of the afternoon so far. Right here.
Branch will look over to his sideline. They got one timeout remaining. Clock stop, 3:59, 4th quarter we are. Tied up at 29 apiece. Branch in the gun. His running back offset to the right. Branch rolling to the right. Pump fakes once. Now he's looking. Throw. He gets hit as he throws it, Brian. This one's up, and it's batted down. Incomplete. Oh, mama, what a play. As Ty Matthews swatted it down. And again, that pressure was brought right there on Branch. Nowhere to go.
That was Quintarian Riles, number 40 for the Hornets, putting that pressure on the Crosby quarterback. I mean, he just had to throw up a Hail Mary. The Hornets secondary batted it down. And here comes Crosby's kicker. Out on the field, going to be kicking against a very slight wind.
Brian, 50 yards with the wind in his face and the sunshine at that. 50 yards here. It's on its way. This one going, Brian, the distance, and it's short. Filled it. Oh, Huntsville going to – no, they're not going to let him run it out. And that field goal, no good. Oh, wow. Man. So, Brian, it's coming down to the wire here tonight. Man. We'll keep it right here.
Man, that ball looked like it was going to keep on going. But, again, there is a slight wind that was against his face. Folks, the Hornets have a golden opportunity with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in this contest, tied up 29-29.
We've had a lot of messages come in. We're sorry we can't get to them right now as we're in the middle of a lot of excitement here in this ball game. The Hornets will quickly break. They will start this drive from their own 20, Brian, moving from right to left, the sunshine to their back. A.J. Wilson, the junior quarterback, trying to lead a drive. Jalen McClain, the running back, to his left. Claps twice, handoff to J-Mac, over to the right side. It's Jalen McClain spinning and scrambling his way forward for a pickup of 3 or 4 on 1st down to that right side.
Not a bad run there by Jalen McClain. You know, pick up 3 yards on the carry, give him a little bit of breathing room.
It is 2nd down and 7. Quick pass in the flats to McClain again. Shaking the defender, and this time he's pushed out of bounds. That's not going to get it done.
No, that's a little hitch pass. Crosby's defense read it perfectly. So now Hornets are in kind of a pressure spot. We talk about 3rd down conversion, how important it is. Well, folks, this is the most important of the afternoon right here.
On the left side, it's Cornelius Lawrence and Jamarcus Howard, the 2 receivers. Up top to the right, it's Jordan Woodbury. Keep your eye on him. Wilson will stand in the gun. 3rd down and 7 from his own 23 on the right hash mark.
Man
clap
coverage.
once. Wilson darts his way back to the left. Wilson going to keep it here. Wilson goes down. He's sacked.
Yep. A.J. Wilson rolls to his right, trying to find an open receiver. Nobody open. Scrambles to his left. He goes down.
The Hornets have no other choice but to punt this one away here with 2:56 remaining in the Daiquiri Beebe Abbey Realty fourth quarter. They've got to get the punt off first.
This has been one of the aspects of the Hornet game that's been kind of questionable. The sense of urgency to get that ball off as soon as Avalar catches it is crucial.
Avalar stands inside of his own 10. Plenty of room here. Punt spiraling up in the air. It's fielded at the 48-yard line. Over to the right side and nowhere to go. Just a couple of yards on the return there by Braden Womack. We'll take 30 seconds. We'll be back in a moment on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hey, how are y'all? This is Daiquiri Beebe with Abbey Realty. Communication is key when it comes to a successful real estate transaction. Putting my clients first and helping them through the entire process is my passion. I know the neighborhoods in our community and those who live in them. I serve and volunteer with numerous organizations because I value Huntsville. You may have seen the I Heart Huntsville interviews or read my articles in the paper. I'm Daiquiri Beebe with Abbey Realty, and I'd be honored to be your next real estate professional. Sting 'em Hornets!
Quincy Jones, a new running back in here for Crosby. First down and 10 from the Hornet 49. Airing one over to the right side. That defender stepped out of bounds, Brian. And incomplete anyways there on the right side. It was thrown in the direction of Jalen Herman. He stepped out. I guess you're allowed to come back in.
No, you're not. Once you go out of bounds, you are ineligible at that point. But he threw the ball out of bounds nonetheless.
Didn't matter.
So, yeah, it's 2nd and 10, Rob. And you see Crosby, they are not shy, man. They will go for it all on one play.
Mentioned a while ago, a new running back, a junior running back, Quincy Jones is out there. Reggie Branch, the quarterback, standing in the gun on his own 45 from the Huntsville 49 on 2nd and 10. Branch has it to the right side, finding blockers. Branch on his way. Branch across the 20, still going. 10, 5, touchdown, Reggie Branch. There's a flag, though, back at the 50, Brian. And Brian Bobino is back there saying it's coming back.
Yep, that's going to be holding on Crosby.
Yes, sir, it's coming back. All right.
Well, finally, they call a holding, and that came at a most crucial part of this ball game. Stops a Crosby touchdown, bringing them back, Rob.
I wondered. He got through several defenders. I said, man, he had some nice blocking. I thought it was some good blocking, but there was some holds back there, and that one is that's critical, Brian.
Boy,
it's not only the touchdown comes back, but the ball that was at the Huntsville Hornet 49 will go all the way back now to Crosby's 41.
Wow, that is huge.
2:12 remaining. Here in the fourth, we are tied at 29 apiece. Crosby with the ball, Brian, their 14th possession of the night.
Unbelievable.
2nd down and a long 20 coming up. Branch in the gun. 2 receivers to either side. 2 of them on that left side in the sunshine. Branch gets the ball, and he's slammed. Oh, Bubba! Oh, he goes back hard! Oh, man!
99, baby! Ed Bobino said, get that out of here!
Ed Bobino said it again for the 5th time tonight. Bam, baby! That's a heart-filled Flores sack.
It is 3rd and Houston for a first down. My goodness.
Brian, it's 3rd in the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
It's 3rd in deep sea fishing.
Oh, my goodness. Hornet defense, man alive. This is crucial play right here.
The ball in between the hash marks for Crosby on their own 37. After Ed Bobino with the heart-filled Flores sack. Look at Brian and the Hornet team on the sidelines telling the fans, the entire Hornet Nation on their feet.
They're on their feet supporting this Hornet defense. My goodness.
And a timeout is called by Crosby. That is their final timeout. 1:26 remaining. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hey, how are y'all? This is Daiquiri Beebe with Abbey Realty. Communication is key when it comes to a successful real estate transaction. Putting my clients first and helping them through the entire process is my passion. I know the neighborhoods in our community and those who live in them. I serve and volunteer with numerous organizations because I value Huntsville. You may have seen the I Heart Huntsville interviews or read my articles in the paper. I'm Daiquiri Beebe with Abbey Realty, and I'd be honored to be your next real estate professional. Sting 'em Hornets!
Back at action here from Woodforest Bank Stadium after the timeout, the final one called by the Cougars. It's 3rd down and deep sea fishing in the Gulf of Mexico. for Crosby. 3rd and 24 in between the hash marks.
Those DBs have got to watch that long ball on this coverage. Here it goes.
Nope, it's going to be a keeper here by Branch. Branch trying to find some daylight on the right side. Branch finally drug out of bounds at the 50. Boy, heads up play there. A little extracurricular going on, and Ethan Miner just threw his hands up as that blocker was pushing Ethan all over the place. Ethan threw his hands up, said, I'm not causing anything.
Well, the Crosby Cougars are going for.
They're going to have to punt this one away.
Yep. They're going to have to punt it away, man alive.
From the 50-yard line, the punt will occur from around the 36. Boy, look over there on that right side. It's Jordan Woodbury is clapping his hands. I'd love to see a return right here by Woodbury. Hellberg gets the snap, punt up on its way. Woodbury better just let this one run. He decides to take it, Brian, at the 20. Woodbury across the 30, tracing his way and finally brought down around the 26-yard line. Boy, that's scary, Brian.
Boy, Woodbury, oh man. Let me tell you, he's an exciting runner, but my gosh, what? All kinds of bad things can happen on that. But
my goodness, great. We got a lot of Crosby fans joining us as well. We know that we broadcast for the Hornets, but if you are a Crosby fan, we want to welcome you into the broadcast, but you're going to hear a lot of Huntsville shouting up here because we're for the, that's how it is. But we want to welcome the Crosby fans. Thank you for being here. Your team has put up a fight. This has been an instant classic here this afternoon.
No doubt. You got a minute 4 left in the ballgame, Rob. The Hornets have 2 timeouts left. Crosby has none, and that's where we are.
They'll start from their own 27-yard line. Huntsville from right to left. Wilson in the gun, stepping back, pressure coming, airs this one, got to be careful on the left side. Oh, he got pushed down, that's a flag, pass interference. You can't slam him down like that. Woodbury goes down at the 40-yard line, and that's a PI.
That is pass interference right there. No doubt the Hornets going to have a first down.
Pass interference, defense. Number 19.
Yeah, that's blatant pass interference.
Wow. Big break for the Hornets right there.
Jonathan Fuselier, that was blatant pass interference. Yeah, that's, I said, hey, let him play, but that one, when you drag him down, you got to call it.
You got to call it. I mean, that is, man alive. Woo. The Hornets just need to keep moving the chain, stay within themselves. They got 58 seconds to do it in.
First down and 10 from their own 42 on the left hash. Wilson in the gun. Stepping back, throwing over center. This one up. Oh, it's dropped at the 35-yard line. As he was backpedaling, looking in the direction of Cornelius Lawrence, was not able to haul that one in, incomplete.
Man, that was right on the money. Nice pass, A.J. Wilson. Cornelius just up the seam. Got to haul those in.
54 seconds remaining. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Hornets. Trying to get a little go-ahead drive here.
I mean, the folks on both sides are on their feet. It is loud.
Well, I'd say the Hornet fans are more on their feet, Brian, but that's just me. Wilson in the gun, clapping once. Low snap, has it, looking over. Pump fakes once to the right. Being chased from behind. Airs this one as he's hit. To the right side, it's up for grabs. Knocked away and incomplete. Incomplete on the right side. The Crosby fans wanting a penalty, but that ball had already happened, and that was just a heads-up play there, trying to bring down the defender, and incomplete. Oh, Brian, 46 seconds, 3rd down and 10. This is the biggest 3rd down in the history of the Huntsville Hornets so far this season.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is the play. They've got to convert. We've been talking about that all year long. 3rd down conversions. The Hornets have to convert here.
Ball resting on that left hash mark on the 42-yard line. Huntsville, 3rd and 10, 46 seconds. We're tied at 29 apiece. Wilson stepping back, looking. Wilson over center, has his man, trying to get across the 50. It's a first down. Oh, it's McLean. Boil the water, baby. Jalen McLean cuts his way to the 30-yard line. It's time for some mac and cheese.
Jalen McLean refused to go down after that catch. The Hornet fans are on their feet going nuts. What a great play by that Hornet offense.
That's a Moke and Moke attorney at law first down. We've been waiting to say, when's the water going to boil? When is that mac and cheese going on? And Brian, there it is, moments ago. From the 30-yard line. Huntsville in Crosby territory. Now the shadows are there. Wilson, pump fakes once, looks, throws over the left side, looking to Woodbury. Turn around. Oh, it's almost intercepted at the goal line. That would have been tough. 11 seconds remaining.
Wow.
Oh, mama, what a play.
Well, I mean, this is to a point where you think about bringing Christian Aguilar in. You Hornets might have one more play they can run to bring on their field goal kicker to win this ball game.
Well, Brian, it would be a 47-yarder from here. Avilar has hit one from 41.
And he has the wind with
Got
him.
a little bit of wind behind his back.
Big play right here, Rob.
Second down and 10, 11 seconds. Hornets tied up 29 apiece. Wilson rolling to the right. He's going to have to get rid of this one so he doesn't get sacked. No, he throws, directing traffic. It's incomplete. 4 seconds remaining. We'll see if Avilar will come out for this field goal, Brian. Otherwise, we got overtime coming up.
Oh, man, bring Avilar out. Let him try to win it. I mean, here he comes. Worst case scenario, you got overtime.
Christian Avilar looking at it as the ball rests on the 30-yard line. It'll be a 47-yard attempt for Christian Avilar.
This is for all the money right here. Comes down to this play. Christian Avilar has a heck of a leg. And here we go.
On the left hash mark, Avilar looking. With 4 seconds remaining, trying for the go-ahead winner score. Avilar. Snap down and whistles here, and we may have a Hornet timeout.
Either that or
oh, no, it's a delay of game by the Hornets, and that's so critical, Brian, because what would have been a 47-yarder now goes back 5 yards. It's now 52.
How in the world does that happen?
And, Brian, you had 2 timeouts remaining. You know how it happened? Well, you've got the clock in front of you.
Unbelievable.
Well,
all right,
now
here you go.
Now it's 52. 52-yarder, Christian Avilar. He shrugs his shoulders. The hold is down. The kick is up on its way, and it's low and no good. We're going to overtime.
Overtime it is.
Extra bonus session coming up here tonight in Shenandoah, Texas. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment. Overtime when we come back.
At CSCU, we want you to bank happy, spend smart, and live well. That's why we are so pleased to announce our newest service, Loan by Phone. If stopping by one of our offices won't fit into your busy schedule, you can still apply for a loan by giving us a call when it's most convenient for you. The application process is quick and easy, and upon approval, we can even send you the documents to sign electronically. The money can then be deposited in your account within 10 minutes. Call CSCU today. Member NCUA, all loans subject to credit approval. Membership eligibility required.
Fat Boys Pizza. Fresh hand-tossed pizza. Daily lunch and dinner specials. The Meat Buster. Supreme Special. The famous baked potato pizza. Chicken bacon ranch. Buffalo chicken. Cauliflower pizza and more. Fat Boys Pizza. How about the best wings in the world? Baked, not fried. At Fat Boys Pizza in Riverside. 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Check them out on Facebook at Fat Boys Pizza Riverside. Fat Boys Pizza. Fat Boys Pizza. Fat Boys Pizza. A proud supporter of Hornet football. Sting 'em.
Whether you're heading to the deer lease or hitting the road for a holiday trip, Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville has the vehicle for you. From the complete line of Ford F-150, 250, and 350 Super Duty trucks to fuel-efficient Ford sedans and SUVs, you'll find the best selection at Bill Fick Ford. And at Bill Fick Ford, there's no bull, just good deals. The Ficks would also like to thank everyone for your friendship and your business. Bill Fick Ford, I-45 South in Huntsville, or online at BillFickFord.com. Nationwide delivery is free.
First Financial Bank knows how important a person's vehicle can be.
My SUV is perfect for taking clients to properties and me to the golf course.
My pickup hauls work supplies all week and the family on weekends.
My hybrid helps the environment and my fuel bill.
If you're ready for a new vehicle, talk to First Financial. We offer loans at competitive rates with fast local approval.
My 4x4 works hard, but plays even harder.
First Financial Bank. You first. Member FDIC.
Overtime back here in Shenandoah, Texas. Hornets have it on this first possession. They'll go to Jalen McClain to the right side. A gain of only 1 by J-Mac. We got a Crosby player down there. Brian, 29 apiece. Overtime, we are. Each team will, I guess the way, I always forget the rules here at high school. Each team gets to touch it, correct?
Yeah, and they started on the 25-yard line going in. Wow, we've had a heck of a game on our hands here this afternoon. Unbelievable. Obviously, the first overtime game of the year for the Hornets. Third round of the playoffs. Winner moves on. The loser goes home.
Second down and 9. Hornets in overtime from the 24 of Crosby. Wilson looking. Turns back over right side. Got a man. and it is incomplete at the 8-yard line. Boy, he had Q Riles right there, and Q turned around and wasn't able to haul it in.
Well, it looked like it was a pretty good play there by Crosby. Might have gotten a hand on it, but, man, Q Riles was wide open. Critical third down here for the Hornets.
So 3rd down and 9 for Huntsville. Matt Long back into the ball game. Jalen McClain out there as well. Wilson over to the left side. It's Cam Cole, part of 2 receivers. On that left side, Jamarcus Howard, one of them. From the 24, Crosby. Overtime we are. 3rd down and 9, tied up 29 apiece. 2 receivers to the right. In motion is Long from right to left. Wilson has one coming right at his face. Wilson chased by 2, has to throw this one away. Over the right side. And 4th down and 9 here. Avalar's got a field goal this one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The Hornets got to put points on the board. And then they're going to have to play some great defense to keep Crosby out of the end zone.
It'll be a 41-yard attempt for Christian Avalar. He's kicked a 41 this season, Brian. He can do it. He's got the wind behind his back.
He's got the leg, no doubt about it.
Well, Daiquiri BB getting a little extra overtime here tonight. With our 4th quarter sponsor now in overtime. Avalar kicking from the right hash mark. From 41 out. It's on its way. Avalar, this one is no good. Wide left. Had the distance, Brian, but wide left.
Oh, man. Well, now Crosby's going to get their turn on the 25-yard line. And we've been talking about them all year long. This Hornet defense is arguably one of the best in the state of Texas. They need to come and shine right here.
That's the 16th possession of the Hornets. A field goal no good. As we are in OT. Defense has to hold them here.
Yeah, looks like both teams get a timeout in overtime. The Hornets looks like they've already used up their one timeout.
Reggie Branch, the senior quarterback, coming in playing for a injured Dunn, trying to lead his team to victory. The Huntsville Hornet defense trying to hold him. Crosby from the 25. Handoff here. Nowhere to go. Slammed back in the backfield. Oh, mama, what a play. Well, there's your overtime Whataburger, what a play.
Yeah, they're going to lose a yard on that play, so now they're on the 26-yard line. 2nd down and 11.
Brian, I couldn't tell if that went to Quincy Jones or if Branch kept it. Jones and Branch both went backwards.
Yeah, I think Big Double Nickel and Big 99 had something to say about that.
2nd down and 11 for Crosby. Tied up 29 apiece in overtime. A score here for Crosby would win it. Branch looking, left side, throws up, it's caught. Boy, it's not even supposed to be to that receiver, and somehow he fumbled it, but he picked it right back up at the 22. Brian, that wasn't even intended to that receiver, Kirkwood. It was actually going into the direction of Wilson, but Kirkwood was there and hauled it in just inside the 20. They'll call it down at the 21. It's 3rd down and 6 from here.
Yeah, Jared Ortega on the covers, ripped the ball out of the Crosby receiver's hands, but it fortunately bounced right back up into him.
Hornets defense trying to hold them. It's been their signature of this season. 3rd down and 6 for Crosby. Branch in the gun. From the 27, low snap, looking, Branch with a little bit of daylight, but not much on it, Brian, as he is slammed down just inside the 20 at the 18.
Well, Crosby's going to try to finish it off right here with their kicker, and he's got a very good leg.
So he'll kick this one from the 18-yard line. Brian, that would be a 35-yard attempt with a little bit of wind behind his back. The ball is perfectly center in between the hash marks.
Certainly within his range.
Hellberg from 35 for the win. It's up on its way. The whistles blow. Boy, that one went left.
It sure did go left.
And timeout was called by the Hornets. They had one.
Oh, man.
Boy, you kind of wish they wouldn't have called it. That kick was to the left.
Yeah, well, crystal ball.
We're going to keep things right here, Brian, as we're in overtime. 29 apiece. Hornets trying to hold on, but Crosby with a field goal can win it. The Hornets just tried to ice him. That kick went to the left, so that's a good sign. And, Brian, look, that wind is really starting to pick up now, and it's on the backs of Crosby, so they've got the wind working in their favor.
Yeah, they do, and it looks like it's kind of blowing straight north, so that's not going to be much of a deterrence. Hopefully the Hornets can get penetration on this and get a hand on it, something.
Hellberg again will try. The ball a little bit more to the left here. Hellberg, again, a 35-yard attempt. It's on its way. The kick is up. This one is good. That's game time.
Wow. Well, give Crosby credit. I mean, they played a heck of a ball game. Unfortunate.
(32-29) your final tonight. We'll step aside. Postgame coming up on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
First Financial Bank knows how important a person's vehicle can be.
My SUV is perfect for taking clients to properties and me to the golf course.
My pickup hauls work supplies all week and the family on weekends.
My hybrid helps the environment and my fuel bill.
If you're ready for a new vehicle, talk to First Financial. We offer loans at competitive rates with fast local approval.
My 4x4 works hard, but plays even harder.
First Financial Bank. You first. Member FDIC.
Advantage Specialties is your one-stop shop for business promotional needs in Huntsville. Need a logo on a shirt, hat, or other piece of clothing? Advantage Specialties provides embroidery in-house. Embroidery in-house helps make the process fast and affordable. What about promotional products? Banners, signs? Advantage Specialties can help put your name on virtually anything. For custom in-house embroidery, promotional products, printing, and much more, check out AdvantageSpecialties.com. That's AdvantageSpecialties.com. Sting 'em, Hornets.
Whether you're heading to the deer lease or hitting the road for a holiday trip, Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville has the vehicle for you. From the complete line of Ford F-150, 250, and 350 Super Duty trucks to fuel-efficient Ford sedans and SUVs, you'll find the best selection at Bill Fick Ford. And at Bill Fick Ford, there's no bull, just good deals. The Ficks would also like to thank everyone for your friendship and your business. Bill Fick Ford, I-45 South in Huntsville, or online at BillFickFord.com. Nationwide delivery is free.
Huntsville ISD is the best place for children to be. We offer a full-day pre-K center to advanced career and college options, along with a variety of extracurricular activities and award-winning fine arts, band and athletics programs, an excellent child nutrition and bus transportation services, bilingual ESL and GT programs, special education services, and a career and technical education program that provides multiple certification and licensing options for students. Visit huntsville-isd.org. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We're building champions, everyone, every day.
Nelson Amaya's Collision Center is proudly serving Huntsville from his new location at 2011 Sycamore Avenue near the Bearcats baseball field. Nelson Amaya's Collision Center proudly serves the Walker County area with integrity and honesty. Accepting all insurances, be sure to ask about referral discounts. Experienced since 1999. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision Center at 2011 Sycamore Avenue and online at NelsonAmayasCollision.com. Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, a proud supporter of the Huntsville Hornets.
COVID-19 rapid testing is now available at TexPress Urgent Care in Huntsville. No symptoms are needed. Now you can get tested even faster and get your results back faster too. Not sure which test is right for you? TexPress Urgent Care is happy to help. For more details, call 936-570-2626. No appointments are needed, walk-ins only. TexPress Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South. Check their website at TexPressUrgentCare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's TexPress Urgent Care next to Sports Clips in Huntsville.
Whataburger's new spicy chicken sandwich isn't covered in any fiery sauces or crazy hot toppings. Just cool, fresh-cut veggies and mayo to tame the heat. So, where then does the spice come from? Well, the all-white meat chicken is marinated and then fried to a tender crisp. So really, this spice comes from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
You're listening to the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. KSAM Huntsville is 101.7 KSAM. It's the Hornets postgame show brought to you by AB Squared Self-Storage. Let's head back to the stadium with Rob and Brian for the wrap-up of tonight's game on 101.7 KSAM.
AB Squared Self-Storage postgame wrap-up. Hornets lose a heartbreaker here tonight in this regional semifinal. Down to the final 16 teams in 5A Texas high school football, 32-29. It was a 35-yard field goal in overtime. Give credit to Crosby. They came out. They showed a lot of heart tonight. The Huntsville Hornets, a lot of mistakes in this ball game, Brian, that's not characteristic of Huntsville as far as the turnovers go. But all in all, Brian, proud of these kids, and especially these seniors. It was a team that came into the season, Brian, but there was a lot of questions. Not only do they go through the regular season, they go through the regular season undefeated. They defeat every 6A team they played, and we're talking about a COVID year. You got to be proud of these kids and the heart and the grit that they had all season long through so much adversity. And even here in this ball game, they fought hard. Crosby just the upper hand tonight.
Yeah, no question about it. Congratulations to the Hornets. I mean, they played their hearts out. Had a heck of a year. Just so proud of those young men. They did a tremendous job. There's so many highlights. I mean, we'd spend all afternoon trying to talk about all the highlights. And had a lot of support, a lot of old Hornets, the championship team, a lot of guys, a lot of fans. Everybody's rooting for them. But you know what? You got to give Crosby credit. Crosby came out and played a heck of a ball game. And Hornets had a lot of mistakes this afternoon some mistakes we haven't seen all year long, a lot of turnovers. Just a lot of things like that. And, man, when you get this deep into the playoffs, you cannot afford those kind of mishaps to happen because they'll cost you, and they cost the Hornets today.
Brian, as soon as the game was over, something I wanted to point out is the sportsmanship between these two teams. Many Crosby players went over, and, it's tough to do that. But I'm going to say this for Crosby. They go out there, Brian, and before they hold up their trophy, they go by, and a lot of those kids go over there and pat the Hornets on their backs and tell them thank you. And that's the kind of sportsmanship I like. And that's a lot of class, too, by Crosby. I just want to say that. I know it's hard that our Hornets lost tonight, but you got to give credit to the class of Crosby tonight as they waited to hoist up that championship, the football for this area round, or for this regional. They waited until they went over and gave Huntsville a handshake.
Yeah, you know what? The Hornets played, everybody they played this year had a lot of class, and, that's part of Texas football. That's it's part of the tradition, part of the lore, and just, everybody in this country understands how big Texas football is, and this was big today. I mean, this was huge. The winner goes on, and unfortunately the loser calls it a season. But the Hornets never threw in the towel, man. They were in this fight the whole way. And just some of the things didn't go their way, and that's called football, and it happens at all levels. It happened to the Hornets today, but I know you're proud. I'm proud of them. They did a great job. They were well coached, and just wasn't their afternoon.
32-29, your final. Crosby moves on. They'll face Fort Bend Marshall sometime next week, and that's going to be a tough contest. Fort Bend Marshall all over their opponent, Nederland, 49-0 earlier this afternoon. We'll step aside and take a break. We'll continue postgame. It's a tradition that I always do, Brian, in these situations. I want to honor all of the departing seniors as well. So when we come back, we'll talk about those seniors and more. Stay with us. This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
AB Squares Self-Storage is your local go-to self-storage facility that can help give you the extra space you need. From non-climate and climate-controlled storage to parking spaces for your car, boat, trailer, and RV, they've got it all. AB Squares Self-Storage has 24-hour computerized gate access, around-the-clock security camera monitoring, no long-term lease commitment, and convenient payment options. Give them a call today at 936-755-5000 or reserve your space online at www.ab2selfstorage.com. AB Squares Self-Storage is a proud sponsor of Huntsville Hornet football. Sting 'em Hornets.
First Financial Bank knows how important a person's vehicle can be.
My SUV is perfect for taking clients to properties and me to the golf course.
My pickup hauls work supplies all week and the family on weekends.
My hybrid helps the environment and my fuel bill.
If you're ready for a new vehicle, talk to First Financial. We offer loans at competitive rates with fast local approval.
My 4x4 works hard, but plays even harder.
First Financial Bank. You first. Member FDIC.
Welcome back, friends. Rob Hipp here. Brian Adams post-game and the AB Squared Self-Storage Facility post-game wrap-up. Hornets heartbreaker tonight as their season comes to an end. A 32-29 Crosby victory on a field goal in overtime. Brian, moments in this game. I know that we look at the turnovers tonight, and that really, in my opinion, was kind of the deciding factor here. The Hornets put it on the ground a lot. I believe they lost 3 or 4 of them. They put it on 5 or 6 times on the ground. But you got to give credit Crosby. They came out. They fought hard. Hornets had opportunities, missed out tonight. But overall, proud of this effort, proud of these young men, Brian. It's always tough to lose, but you go through a season with so many uncertainties, so many unexpected things. The Hornets came out. They showed a lot of grit. They took care of what they could tonight and ultimately weren't the victors. But, hey, we got a young team, and we'll talk about the departing seniors in a minute, but we've still got a young team. We're going to lose a lot of really great talent, but we still got a young team that's building, and in the pipeline there's even more Hornets and those underclassmen as well.
When you have a winning program, you have winning talent in the pipeline. Everybody wants to be a part of it, and that's just the way it is. I mean, that's how it was when I was growing up, and that's going to be how it is next year for the Hornets. The Hornets got some super talented athletes coming back. So, it's unfortunate we're going to lose a very good crop of seniors. And but you know what? That's part of it, man. That's part of high school football. You only get X amount of games in your career in high school, and then you move on. But Crosby did a great job, Rob. You can't fault them for the effort they did tonight. The Hornets had a chance. But, again, the turnovers, I think, like you say, was ultimately kind of their downfall. That's something that they haven't done like this all year long. But they had their chance, and at this level and at this deep into the playoffs, man, you got to take advantage of them. The opportunities given to you, and the Hornets just could not do that.
I'll check with Coach Southern. We haven't even talked about it because, frankly, I didn't want to jinx anything. But we'll see if we'll have a season recap Hornet Nation Coaches Show, and I would love to do that. And if we do have that, we'll have information posted on the KSAM Facebook pages and, of course, our website at ksam1017.com. We would love to have a final show and encourage everyone in the community that can get out there, come out and support these Hornets and just tell them congratulations on a great year. It was a successful year. Just because you don't win the state championship and you get knocked out of the playoffs, it was still a very successful season. You go undefeated, something that hasn't been done in a very long time, and you play against quality 6A teams to start. You defeat them, you run the table through the season, and you take care of teams that, quite frankly, some people said there's no way the Hornets can beat these guys, and they do. C.E. King is when my memory goes back. There at the goal line, that was one of the biggest stands of the entire season, and that really set the precedent for the entire season for these wonderful Huntsville Hornets.
Hey, no doubt about it. And, like you just said, to get to a state championship game, you have got to go through some good teams. And that's why it is not easy to do. That's why the last time Huntsville's won a state championship was 40 years ago. And but these guys just had a whale of a year. There's so many of them, just had so many great plays. And to talk to these kids at the coaches show and things like that, they talk about the brotherhood and the family. That's what these young men are. They will always be brothers, no matter how old, how long they go. They will always be brothers with that unit that played out there this afternoon, and they should be proud, and I know they will be.
Well, Brian, before we honor those seniors, I quickly wanted to thank all of our sponsors this year with just a very quick reading of those sponsors. This was something new this season where we were allowed to do live video during the playoff or during the regular season. We weren't allowed to do it during the playoffs because we didn't have the video rights. And again, we've talked about that. We're working with many state lawmakers now. Over 45 people have joined an association that I've started. We're going to work hard to get those rules changed. It's my opinion, but I believe that each team should have their own dedicated broadcast crew, that the school district decides who gets to broadcast their kids with video in the playoffs, and let's get rid of this video rights mess, and let's keep it local the way that it should be. That's all I'm going to say, Brian. But that's just my opinion, and hopefully we can get those rules changed soon because our community and honestly our kids deserve a lot better.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Huntsville is just such a great community, great people, love their Hornets, and, it's so much fun for me. These Hornets that played ball for the Hornets years ago, coming and supporting this team, wanting to know what's going on, just kind of riding the wave along with this team is incredible. The Hornets had a great year, no question about it.
Brian, I'm going to thank the following: Huntsville Hornet Quarterback Club, Hit Solutions, the City of Huntsville, Daiquiri BB, Abbey Realty, Fat Boys Pizza, Adams Furniture, Bill Fick Ford, Community Service Credit Union, Ironworks Health Club, Wiesner Huntsville, Huntsville Independent School District, Whataburger, Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, First Financial Bank, Cabins and More of Texas, Charlie's Used Cars, Walker County Federal Credit Union, Northside Baptist Church, AB Squared Self-Storage Facility, On the Move Physical Therapy and Wellness, Heartfilled Floors, Moke & Moke Attorneys at Law, MRC Creekside, Murray Insurance and Financial Services, Climatech Secure Storage, Copeland Family Dentistry, and Advantage Specialties. All of these folks, and our friends at the Trophy Case as well, all of these folks helping to make this season possible. And I'm telling you, when we had the idea that we wanted to do video, the community stepped up big. We wouldn't have been able to do it this year throughout the regular season, and quite frankly, this type of broadcast in the postseason through our social media channels. So again, thank you to the Huntsville community for all of your support, and I'm going to tell you, it goes a long way, and these kids and these parents and this school district greatly appreciates all that you do. Brian, let's honor those seniors. As before we sign off here tonight, I believe 19 of them, and I hope I don't leave out any of them, but I always want to honor the seniors and just thank those young men. They have got such an incredible future ahead of them, getting to talk to many of these guys throughout the season, not only during post-game interviews, but even more so in those coaches' shows. Jordan Woodbury, Jadarian White, Ethan Miner, Jamarcus Howard, Ty Matthews, Brian Bridges, Cody McLaren, LaDamian McCoy, Jarrett Ortega, Jaden Ross, Sebastian Patterson, Quaterian Q. Riles, Keyshawn Mayers, Brian Babino, Tyler Lucock, Jose Cruz, Tyler Rivers, Shamar Stanford, and Ed Babino, 99. Brian.
Big 99.
Congratulations to all of those seniors. You guys, the best is yet to come. This little bump tonight is just a little bump. The biggest thing, your life is ahead of you, and that's what I want to encourage the kids tonight. And if we have that final coaches show, we'll tell them the same thing. They've got so much talent and so much wonderful things ahead. But then, Brian, these underclassmen, so many new of them. You lost 30-plus seniors last year. All of these new youngsters coming on. A.J. Wilson's only going to continue to get better.
Youngsters coming on. Yeah.
And so talk a little bit about just the season, and we'll wrap it up, Brian.
Well, it was a very memorable season. I mean, to go undefeated and to start out – well, first of all, if you go back, I remember they were wondering if we were going to have a season.
Yep.
I mean, way back when. And during the summer, Coach Southern had to pause summer workouts twice because of COVID and things like that. And then finally we get underway – and you start off 3 6A teams and demolish them, and then you go undefeated through district and you get into the third round of the playoffs. Magical. I mean, these kids will look back on this the rest of their lives with just wonderful memories, and they'll always be a band of brothers, for the lack of a better term. And they played some, and I know the people talk about how exciting you and I get on the radio and things like that. Well, it was an exciting season, and that's just part of it. And, again, the Hornets, they keep up with tradition. I mean, the Huntsville Hornets traditionally have been a powerhouse. And, again, this year, same thing. They were a powerhouse. Just a great season. So proud of these young men.
Well, Brian, it was an honor, as always, to be in this broadcast booth with you. I'm looking forward to Sam Houston State football starting up in February, but this is the moment for the Hornets. Again, falling tonight in this regional semifinal, 32-29 to Crosby. And hats go off on a very excellent season. Partner, it's been a fun one. Thank you for everything this year, man.
My pleasure, Rob. I've enjoyed it so much with you, man.
Everyone back at KSAM couldn't have done it this season without Garrick Long, Jarris Warren, Mr. Jordan Smith, and Carlos Zimmerman. Great job again tonight, Carlos. Our general manager at KSAM, Mr. Dave Donahue. And I'm going to say something. Without Dave, none of this would have been possible for us to be able to take the broadcast to the next level. A lot of thank you goes to Dave and trusting us and trusting new ideas and new creativity. Awesome. Dave has helped to make that possible. Thank you, Dave, for your leadership and for helping to bring this to the community along with our sponsors, our operations manager, Steve Ricks, and, of course, over at Huntsville ISD, Lisa Blackburn, who provided me with information all season long that we needed. Absolutely couldn't have did any of this without head coach Rodney Southern and athletic director. Thank you, Coach Southern, for your leadership and for what you do in this community and what you do with these kids that is so much more than the football field. Josh Criswell, we couldn't have done it with Josh down there on the sidelines all season long, the sports editor for the Huntsville Item. Shannon with the school district. Thank you, Shannon. And, again, just thank you to so many people. And our crew here, Brian, you, Nathan Height, Mr. T.J. Garrett, Melton Green.
No doubt.
Couldn't have done it without any of those guys.
Great crew.
And Ray Hernandez coming in last week. Brian, again, it's been a fun one. Thank you so much, partner.
My man, it's been a fun ride, Rob, and I'm just so blessed to watch these young Hornets, and the future is very bright for them. Promise you that.
Well, we're looking forward to more. We're going to try to bring you basketball coverage, baseball, softball. We're working on it on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, so it's not just football. We've got a lot of ideas in the works, and we will continue to support Hornet Nation as much as we can. Once again, your final tonight, 32-29. Crosby moves on after defeating your Huntsville Hornets tonight. Until next time, friends, I want to remind you that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there tonight needs you. Good night, and God bless from Shenandoah, Texas.
AB Square Self-Storage is your local go-to self-storage facility that can help give you the extra space you need. From non-climate and climate-controlled storage to parking spaces for your car, boat, trailer, and RV, they've got it all. AB Square Self-Storage has 24-hour computerized gate access, around-the-clock security camera monitoring, no long-term lease commitment, and convenient payment options. Give them a call today at 936-755-5000 or reserve your space online at www.ab2selfstorage.com. AB Square Self-Storage is a proud sponsor of Huntsville Hornet football. Sting 'em Hornets.
First Financial Bank knows how important a person's vehicle can be.
My SUV is perfect for taking clients to properties and me to the golf course.
My pickup hauls work supplies all week and the family on weekends.
My hybrid helps the environment and my fuel bill.
If you're ready for a new vehicle, talk to First Financial. We offer loans at competitive rates with fast local approval.
My 4x4 works hard, but plays even harder.
First Financial Bank. You first. Member FDIC.
You've been listening to the Huntsville Hornet Post-Game Report. The broadcast is an exclusive presentation of HEH Communications and the Huntsville Independent School District. Any rebroadcast of this program is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of HEH Communications, HISD, and all participating sponsors. Thanks for listening to Huntsville Hornet Football on the Hornet Nation